hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome in, and this reading is for the part of you that's been holding back something pretty sacred. Maybe it's your voice, your truth, your creativity, your intuition. Something uniquely yours that's been dimmed, dismissed, or hidden. And today we're going to explore what that gift is, why it's been buried, and what becomes possible when you stop hiding and start sharing it. This is your reminder. The gift that you've been hiding is the very thing that will and always set you free. So the cards that you saw when you clicked on this video are the exact certificator cards for each pile, with the beautiful ocean archetype being for pile number 1, the vision being for pile number 2, and the beautiful sustainer archetype for pile number 3. So if you would like a moment to pause, breathe, and just really tune into which card is pulling in your energy the most, please do that now. Otherwise, whenever you are ready, I will meet you in your chosen pile. Hello, my beautiful pile number 1s. Welcome to today's reading, and if this is the card, the archetypal card to be specific, that allowed you to select this pile, the beautiful ocean archetype, then you already know that this reading is 100% for you in regards to the gift that you have been hiding for far too long. And when I talk about this gift, pile number 1, you need to understand something. This is a gift that you are meant and have always been meant to share to the world, to own and stand in and embody proudly without any hesitation and without any fear holding you back regarding it. Okay, so we're going to be diving into all of that awesome juicy stuff today, and specifically to kind of give you a rundown on the reading layout just so you can follow along with me, because we have lots of awesome juicy things to get into and I want to give you guys as much detail, as much specifics as possible. We're going to be looking into the exact gift that you've been hiding. Then we're going to look into why you have been hiding it. So we're going to try to get to the root sources here and understand what fears or trauma-based or core wounds may have been holding this within you, and what becomes possible when you start owning this gift and power. And then lastly, if we have time, we're going to be looking into tarot to give you some steps that Source wants you to start doing today to begin embodying this gift in your own life moving forward. Okay, so we're going to get to dive into all of that, but to begin specifically, let us look into your significator card that allows you to select this pile. Make sure you guys have something to take notes with, because these readings tend to get very intense, very deep, and this is all about empowerment. Okay, so with the ocean card, I actually happened to have the booklet for this archetype deck specifically already opened up to the ocean for us to take a look at together. Obviously, with the ocean, before we even look here, we know that this element is about water. And what do you think of when you think about the ocean? You think about death. You think about darkness. You think about another world inside of a world, because that's how the ocean really is. We haven't really been able to fully explore the ocean 100,000%, but yet our planet is made with mostly water. Doesn't that astound you? Doesn't that intrigue you at all? Perhaps there's species that we have yet to discover because of how much unknown there really is. Whenever we think about the ocean, we think, at least for me, I think about the saying beneath the surface of things, right? And when we think about the beneath the surface of things, we think about our subconscious. And not to mention that the fact that the ocean is blue, obviously, but they're showing the ocean with this black haze revolved around it. And obviously we're going to look into it. I really feel like I'm seeing an eye here as well. So it's like inner knowing perhaps coming through. Obviously we're going to read, but I just wanted to point that out before we begin. And then for some reason this is giving me the energy of heart chakra. You're led by your heart, pile number 1. That's something coming through. Very specific. Okay, let's start. Let us dive into this, beautiful souls. All right, so the ocean. The unconscious, the depths, the incomprehensible. The power of the ocean is unmatched. To step into its salty waters is to step into the unknown. By its sheer volume, the ocean represents the unconscious, all that is beyond our understanding. We cannot live within the ocean. We cannot claim it, manage it, or own it. It rejects our every attempt to dominate nature. Yet, amid its overwhelming power, it calls to us, inspires us, and invigorates our life on land. It dissolves the little us into the big us. When the energy of the ocean is present, there is change stirring that is beyond any change you've known before. The ego must dissolve. The saline swell works on your very cells, your fibers, your deepest underlying beliefs. Like Aphrodite, we rise from the ocean's froth, a new being. Life is change. Let the wave crash. When light, deeper than deep, big dreams, discovery. When dark, subsumed, drowned, polluted, unpredictable. All right, let's see the words on the side. The ocean displays every emotion without shame. To witness its glassy moonlit surface and its unforgiving storms is to know the full spectrum of the human experience. And lastly, steady waves. Touch their surface. Get in the water no matter where you live. Each drop is part of the whole. The ocean is in every tear. That was very beautiful and poetic. I really like that line. All right. So we got what we needed. Now to look at it, everything energetically here. With this being your significator card, pile number 1, this gift that you hold is a gift that only you is able to feel, if that makes sense. Obviously, everyone has something that we're only able to feel because it's inside of us. But what I'm saying specifically is like, you know how people are like naturally talented or they're just musically inclined and they can pick up on playing an instrument really quick or something like that and they can perform it and people can visually see it and hear it, like that gift. This is a gift that's the opposite of that. Like you have a gift that people cannot see. It's a gift that people will never know you actually have, pile number 1, unless you own it and you willingly choose to show it. Does that make sense? So it's like, I don't think this is a gift that has ever been shown before, to be honest. It's interesting, because whenever we think about gifts and natural talents, it's very common for us to naturally just show it on the outside world every once in a while, especially with the people that we're really close to, close-knit people. But for you guys, from looking at the significator card, it feels as if this is a gift that maybe you yourself may not even know about just yet or have never been able to fully entirely unlock within you just yet because of some sort of blockage. It feels like there's something, it's like it's here, comma, but but ... like that's the energy that I'm pulling from this card. So let's place your significator card over here just so we have space to look into the rest of the cards because we got lots of oracle cards today, guys. And we are also going to be having my Wild Unknown tarot deck on the side just in case we need to use an additional tarot deck here for additional clarity. So it really is going to be on a very by very basis when it comes to each pile, depending on all the information we're trying to extract and how source wants me to deliver the messages. Okay, guys, so let us dive into this by gathering the decks we're going to be using for the very first portion, which is giving us specifics on the exact gift that you have been hiding, but you are meant to own and embody and share with this world. So we're going to be using my these are called learning tarot cards. They're really, really cool. My Moonology phase cards and archetype cards, okay? So let us gather the cards meant for you. So what is the gift that pile number 1 has been hiding? Allow a card to fall out, source. What is the gift that pile number 1 has been hiding? All right. So let us see. What is the gift that pile number 1 has been hiding? What is the gift that pile number 1 has been hiding? All right, we have another one here. Beautiful. Why do I want to do reversals? Okay, let's do it. Source wants me to do reversals here. I wasn't planning on it with this deck because I thought it might confuse people, but that's ego talking. When we doubt things, it's ego. When we have a feeling to do something, it's intuition, right? What is the gift? Ooh, this one missed. That pile number one has been hiding. So I felt called to get 3 of these. So that's what we are going to do. So the card that came up face up in the Learning Tarot is the Hierophant upright. Beautiful. I knew it. Okay, this is crazy. I had a nudge. I had a feeling here when I first was looking at your archetype, your significator card to allow you to select your pile number one. When we were looking at it before I started reading the booklet, I was like subconscious. And whenever I think about the ocean, I think about empaths. Okay, I think about people who naturally are just more intuitively sensitive to other people's SHIT. Okay. And for you guys, it really, I was like, healers? Question mark? Because, well, one, I'm a facilitator for deep healing, so let's vibe. But on a more serious note, whenever I think about the ocean, I think about things that are in the unknown, the abyss, right? So with the ocean card, pile number one, the fact that the Hierophant came up like this, and it is the number 5, right, in tarot, and the sign of Taurus. I just realized that, yes, there's structure here. The ocean has a structure of its own, but it's also fluid in nature because obviously it is the element of earth. And when I think about that, I think about healing. I think about the process of healing. Deep, intense healing. I think about spiritual awakenings. I think about dark nights of the soul. There's a beautiful chaos, all right? Or think about like tornadoes and how intense and crazy hectic they are. Disastrous, obviously. But when they have an eye is a moment in the middle of a tornado where you have a couple seconds of peace and you'll see the blue sky and then it goes back to that darkness. That eye of the storm moment though, that's what I feel like healing in a way feels like. There's so much beauty in that chaos that we go through when we're unraveling things. For you guys, pile number one, I deeply feel in my soul. I have no clue what the cards are going to unravel for us, obviously, moving forward. I really feel like you guys are called in this life. I don't know if you guys believe in reincarnation, whatever you believe in, plug in this information as you see fit in your own personal beliefs, your own personal stuff, okay? I respect everyone. It really feels like you are meant to show up for humanity in some way, shape, or form. There is something is meant to be taught or shown or modeled through your life experience in some way, shape, or form. No clue yet, but that's something very channeled, and I feel like it's being strongly emphasized within me to keep reminding you guys. So I had to pause to share that, okay? It just feels like very seriously important. I don't know why. Obviously, maybe the cards are going to give us more insight on that, but we did get the Hierophant, yes. So the Hierophant here has, I believe this is the throat chakra. So about expression, speaking, or it can even be just some sort of ability to have authenticity here. What is the affirmation on the side? It says, I choose which traditions I embrace and how I do it. Beautiful. So we have traditional institutions, traditional values, conventional conformity, marriage, commitment, religion, belief, knowledge, sharing, social groups, education, knowledge, beliefs. Okay, we'll see. Another card that came up for you, again, another upright here. And I love this. Standing your ground is just up and bold. I feel like there's an importance here coming up with the 7 of Wands. This is the solar plexus chakra. And I believe this is the Mars symbol. Do not quote me on it. Obviously, there's Leo here, so there is some ego fighting. That's why I think you haven't unlocked the gift yet. But let's continue. Standing up for beliefs, fighting your corner. The word beliefs came up twice. It came up once in the Hierophant. It came up here again. Defensive, fighting your corner, holding your own, taking high road, maintaining control, territorial, protective, determined. Okay, I think there's a little bit of a story here. And the 5 is about change. Chaos in a way, but a chaos that's necessary. It's like tower energy. 7 of Wands is about fighting that chaos and persevering regardless of how hard it is, especially when it comes to things you're passionate about. The next Learning Tarot card. Okay, we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm going to ignore all of these in reverse because I think there is a reason for that. Hence why I said I didn't plan on doing reversals with this deck, but Source was like reversals, reversals, reversals. So I listened to it. Oh, sorry. I realized I was showing you guys the wrong thing. Lack of independence, lack of stability, lack of security, reckless spending. All right, next up for your Moonology card, we got look at the bigger picture with the full moon in Sagittarius, where the full moon is about harvesting and endeavors. It's a time to harvest the intentions and wishes of past moons, right? And it's a 6-month cycle. And it's a completion, so celebration and completion. Archetypal card we have here, the Messiah. Whoa, this is crazy. Guys, this is an intense card. I don't know why I felt so much intensity when I revealed this card. Okay, look at it. Whoa. Moving mountains, Taurus energy. Hierophant energy, light attribute, serving. You guys, I shuffled live. I shuffled in front of the freaking camera. I said something about humanity. Serving humanity with humility, light attribute. Shadow attribute, exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. Through which a cause can succeed. You're trying to fight for a cause. There's something here. Look at the bigger picture. Guys, the fact that these are all like combining to something beautiful, the bigger picture is the ocean. The ocean is the bigger part of Earth. And then the blue in the background. Am I tripping even more? Guys, tell me this background doesn't look like this in reverse. Guys, maybe this planet has something to do with here. It's not a planet, but you know what I mean. What the hell? These are two completely different decks with two entirely different things. Okay, I'm gonna leave this down because I need to look at all this together. I'm just like in shock because you guys saw, it's crazy. The download I got and the second I flipped over the cards, I love when those things happen. Oh, I feel so blessed to do this reading for you, but now I really hope y'all still are here because this feels like it's important. Like you need to believe this in your whole heart and soul. Maybe this reading is gonna help you. Oh, I'm excited now. The gift you've been hiding, pile number 1. This gift has so much to do with showing something to the world, showing something that is like you have a passion towards. And I really just keep going back to something to do with healing, pile number 1. You're meant to help like show to humanity. This can literally be through some sort of, I'm hearing structure. So structure can be social media. That's a platform. Like figuratively and physically is some sort of structure. It says foundation, right? Anything where you can build a foundation from, whether it's a building, whether it's an online business thing, whether it's a virtual office or a physical office, whether it's you teaching in a classroom. This gift you're meant to do and share, the gift that you've been hiding is this ability to step up in that way. I'm having very strong visions like showing up in my head of where you guys are supposed to be with all this. Source is really trying to show me everything, but it's not like in the order that I plan on doing this reading for today. So I'm like trying to keep everything organized. The downloads are like really quick today. Wow. Pile number 1. Your gift is your ability to inspire others. You are a mountain mover. You are a person who rattles the mountains that were already placed there by people before you. Like what I mean by that is when you're very passionate about something, you get extremely, extremely determined, pile number 1, and you want to understand that thing like it's the back of your own freaking hand. You want to go through every corner and everywhere of that thing and learn it like crazy. And you develop such a strong bond with the things you're passionate about in a metaphorical sense where you have an emotional connection with it. And because of how emotionally aligned it is, the things that you are passionate about, I hope this is making sense because I'm trying to make what I'm channeling be universal for anyone's situation. That's why it's weird how I'm saying it. Because you have such a strong emotional connection to the things that you are passionate about, it's as if when you see the world do it wrong in a way, or it could be an experience, it could be something you strongly identify with because ego's here. And so you think it's something that you must identify with. So let me give you an example because this is really the only possible way I think I can explain this. Let's say you went through an eating disorder for X amount of years, nearly a decade, okay? That's a long, long, long time and chunk of your life. You were stuck in it, you felt like you had a lack of control, so you had an eating disorder and you used that to feel like in control, but that was all subconscious. Obviously, you had no clue, but there was a lot of other traumatic things in the mix that led to that eating disorder happening in the first place. Shame, all this and that. So because of that, you started to, in the experience, identify with your eating disorder. So the eating disorder led you to having rigidity, impulsive tendencies, anger issues. You were maybe a loner. You were very picky, very agitated easily, moody. I don't know. I'm just giving you random examples. But in reality, those things were never, ever you. Those things were the side effects of that disordered eating, that pain, that wound. But because you've been in it for so long, you started to associate with it more and more until eventually you heal, right? Healing, what happens? There's a different way to look at yourself. There's a different way to look at life. But after you heal, let's say now, because of that experience that you went through, it was so huge, a big chunk of your life, that it has a part in your heart now. And you learned from it so much, you gained so much wisdom, it humbled you so immensely much, like hierophantine energy, where now you might see other people talk about eating disorders every once in a while, and you healed yourself, let's say, like you're fully recovered. And you'll see people like make comments about eating disorders and how it's this way or how it's that way or doing it this way to heal or relapse this, relapse that, like things like that. And it triggers you when you hear the wrong things and you really want to speak up, like you feel so inclined to help people that went through the same thing you went through because you understand that it's possible to heal and you understand the unconventional way to do it because you did it and you were able to do it for you. And you're trying to show people that there's this other beautiful way, in a way that is more authentically aligned with every single individual being that wants to take on that path. And that's what real healing is about, guys. And so I hope that made sense. It's like you're trying to show people this gift. I keep saying you're trying to, but it's a gift. It's the gift you've been hiding, pile number one, is this ability to do that, to use experiences that you've gone through or something you're passionate about and show people that there's more than one way to have at it or experience that thing that you're passionate about, or to succeed at it, achieve it. You have a gift to do that. Like, you're so inspiring when you get in that energy, but it's so random now because you're not fully connected to it yet. It feels like you doubt it very heavily. I don't even think that you know just yet that it's there. I'm hearing that some of you guys might actually be struggling with some sort of addictive behavior right now. I don't think that's for everyone. This feels like it's only 25% of the people listening to this pile. I don't know why that specific number came up, but I'm gonna go with it. It's so weird, right? You click on this reading, you think this is the gift you've been hiding, but for some of you guys, I feel like this is a sign that if you're going through something, that you're suffering with something right now, pile number one, you need to understand that this isn't forever because you're the one that makes the choice to when to quit. And the gift that you're hiding is the you after that struggle. And the inspiration that you hold as a leader, because you're naturally a leader, pile number one. After the rain comes a rainbow. You had an experience like that in your life somewhere. And your gift is to be able to inspire others to overcome it, but do it in a way that worked for you or is unconventional. I don't know. It's something that you don't talk about. You don't share it with people. It's very connected to you. It's very personal. This can even be like your gift of just fighting for causes too. Like, that's another thing that's coming through. Like fighting for like environment stuff, activist things. Like, there's a lot of that too, but doing it unconventionally. It's about showing people, educating people. Maybe you're meant to do like something influencing social media wise. Like, I don't know. There's something here where you're meant to teach, and that's a gift that you have. You're very smart, pile number one. I need to make that extremely clear. When you are passionate about something with this Taurus energy, I feel like keeps coming through here and here. Even with Leo too, yes. You have this ability to be such a know-it-all when it comes to the things you're passionate about or your experiences or whatever it is. And it's like you're worthy of wearing the crown for that thing. And people don't see that on you yet because you haven't owned it yet. And it feels like for everyone listening to this, like your situation is so different compared to the other. So I really hope that what I'm saying is applying to all the possible different things that you guys are going through, obviously. But let us move on because, like I said, there is something here where you're helping people heal of some kind, inspiring, role modeling. There's something about presenting. I don't know why, like presenting. It doesn't need to be talking. It could be like digital art. Something here where there's a gift of just inspiring. I'm just gonna keep saying that. And showing people that there's a different way, that there is another way. A way that could be tailored to them. Because whenever I think about Sagittarius, I think about authenticity. I think about standing out of the box, right? And full moons is about completion. So helping people overcome. And it is about overcoming because you're fighting. You're standing your ground. You're helping others. There's a gift here. Encouragement. Like a life coach. All right. This isn't about finding your life purpose. This isn't a reading about that. I'm here to help you remember the stuff that was always inside you all this time, right? Okay, pile number 1. Let us take a look and see why, obviously, you have been hiding this gift. Let's get into this. I feel like we've been on this one part for so long, but it's because the messages were just shooting through like crazy. So let us get out the decks that we're going to be using for this portion. So we got the Citadel, the Yin Yang, and my Chakra Wisdom cards. Okay, so why has pile number 1 been hiding this gift? Why has pile number 1 been hiding this gift? Okay, I feel like the back of the deck wants to come through. Do not know why for this deck, but we're gonna do it. Back of the deck energy. Oh wow, the Enchanter. Deception and trickery. Ego. Plays mind games. And this is back of the deck energy. Back of the deck energy is the current state of mind you are in. Why you've been hiding it, I don't even think you fully believe that you are capable of this just yet. There's a lot of that energy there still, like so much doubt. Kind of like 7 of Cups energy, if that makes sense, or Moon energy in Major Arcana. All right, let's continue. Why has pile number 1 been hiding this gift? Why has pile number 1 been hiding this gift? All right, why has pile number 1 been hiding this gift? Why has pile number 1 been hiding this gift? Okay, so we have 3 chakra cards that want to come out as well. All right, so they came up. So I'm going to show these to you guys first. We have completion with the sacral chakra card. That's just confirming to me that energy that you overcame something. It's something to do with the gift. Why you've been hiding it, you overcame it, but you're afraid. Maybe some of you guys know that this is something you want to teach for others or help others overcome. Like, I feel like some of you guys want to be like a social influencer to show people that this is possible or something like that. Like an advocate, that's a better word, advocate. Because obviously, yeah, next card is perfection with the root chakra. Root chakra is the shadow version of this. The root chakra is fear. The shadow of the sacral chakra is guilt. You don't feel like you're ready. You know that you're meant for it with the crown chakra, destiny. I feel like a lot of you guys are connected. There is an empathic energy here. There is this psychic knowing. There's something here where you're connected to that ocean archetype, obviously. But you've been hiding this because you don't think that you're good enough to be that for others yet, or show up in that way for others yet. There's this feeling of energetically, like when I look at this, yes, this is deception. I need to make that clear. And we know it is the ego. Now we can confirm to that even more with the Enchanter card coming up as the back of the deck, because perfection is here. And I didn't even notice this depiction until now. There is an extra person shooting through this other being. And for some reason, my brain is trying to interpret this right now. I'm going with it because that is the channel. This person is talking for her, and it's ego, trying to make everything right. And again, this is taking me back to that affirmation. I choose which traditions I embrace and how I do it. I choose which traditions I embrace and how I do it. Which traditions I embrace and how I do it. You get to choose which structures you want to take on, or what boundaries you want to have for yourself, what borders are going to be stretched out to embody your gift to the fullest. And you get to choose how you show up in that way. You're meant to honor that affirmation in this Hierophant card in order to have this gift in full swing. But the thing that's holding you back and why you've been hiding it is your ego's trying to play tricks on you and making you think like, I think there's a really bad fear of rejection for you guys right now, because you're afraid that if you try, right, and you share your personal experience or you share this with the world, there's a fear of it's not going to work out for them. But I need you to understand something, pile number 1. If any of this is making sense for you, not everyone is meant to join your clique, your tribe. In life, there are endless, infinite numbers of pathways to get to the same outcome, the same goal. And for the thing that you are passionate about, the thing that you overcame, the thing that you want to really help others overcome to, you aren't meant to help everybody. And the part of you that just wants to be accepted by everybody, it's valid to have that fear. Everyone has it. Everyone experiences that fear to a certain extent at some point in their life, or many points in their life, depending on what you go through. But for you guys, you need to understand that part of you is a shadow that deserves your love, your validation, and your attention and your acceptance. Nobody else needs to give it to them except you, and the only person that they're looking to get that validation from is yourself, to yourself. And so that fear, you're always gonna have it. I'm being super honest with you. And you have to go through this process of rewiring the inner world to empower yourself. And if there is a fear that is so strong and you feel like there is a lack of inner structure inside of you, or lack of inner support within yourself to hold yourself up when things get tough, when you're trying to embody this gift and share it to the world, then that's gonna be part of a step you're gonna have to take to embody this gift to the fullest. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You need to understand that why you've been hiding it. I understand that this is such a sacred thing and you're terrified of someone trying to prove it wrong in a way. Does that make sense? Like, there's a lot of love and passion here. And I'm getting kind of emotional because I can heavily relate to you guys. This is exactly why I started this channel. This is exactly why I do what I do. This stuff is hard. I doubt it all the time. But the thing that I've come to realize through my own personal experience is that not everyone is going to agree. Everyone has their own beliefs. Everyone has their own upbringing. Everyone has their own perceptions and perspectives on life. It's kind of like religion. You need to see it that way. Not everyone's going to agree. But at the end of the day, we're all trying to get some sort of peace in the situation. And so, same goal, specific pathway for you. You're trying to find the right people that align with the same frequency that this pathway emitted for you, to you, and you're trying to share it with others. That's it. Let us continue because we still have so many cards to look through here. We have Mercury, messages, travel and communication in the ocean, expression, yes. Sharing, knowledge, yes. This is Mercury energy all the way. Oh, it's right there, I forgot. This is crazy. I told you something about expressing, self-expression. Next up, oops, they wanted to come out together, so I'm going to take it for a reason. Maybe they have something, a combined message. So until debt tear us apart, we have contracts, career, commitments, Saturn at the bottom corner. I think there's a reason why it's sort of hidden like that. It's like a whisper. Confusion, Neptune illusions. Yes. Contracts. Okay, so I think there's many reasons why you've been hiding this gift. This is that huge thing, right? The subconscious, the emotional aspect to the mental reason why. But maybe there is this, I don't know if you have a job right now and the job that you have you don't like, or you signed up for something that you feel like you can't get out of right now. For some of you guys, actually, I feel like there is a time on when this thing ends and you're waiting on that to begin this. But for others, I'm hearing that this is just something that you get to decide when to end it. I'm hearing that, yes, like for the ones that can't get out of this right now, you don't need to quit it. You don't need to stop doing this thing. You can make time for this still. Like, you still can do it. I feel like this is all just excuses. And not in a mean way, guys. I'm being honest. You're so passionate about this. And this is a gift that you are very much meant to do. I feel like some of you guys are light workers, literally, and I love it. Join the tribe. We need more of that energy in this world. But there is an illusion. Oh, remember I said 7 of Cups? That's funny that Neptune came through, right? And Saturn and Neptune together, no bueno. We don't like these things together because with Saturn here, Neptune there, rose-tinted glasses over Saturn when Saturn is the father of all the planets in the solar system and it's about responsibility, karma, cause and effect. We don't want that with wishy-washy Neptune. So I think that what's going on is you're trying to layer the reasons onto why you can't do this. And there is physical things in your way. Like, I need to validate that. Like, I want to make it clear when I say excuses. I know that some people will hate me for it because in reality though, like, define, literally look up the definition of excuse, okay? And tell me I'm not wrong. Because most of the time, especially with the things that we have obligations to, responsibilities for in real life, there is still ways around it all, and to still show up in that way and do it. And I'm looking here at the enchanter with the word trickery, and this is like you're tricking yourself into thinking that this isn't possible in this life. I really feel like a lot of you guys are meant to create legacies and move mountains. Like I said, like you're proving a group of something wrong. All right, I don't know why this card wants to be flipped before I look at the last four here, so let's do it. We have the Sentinel, Amor Fati, determination and certainty. Determination, that energy came through again. Love and fate, I believe, I'm guessing. Amor and Fati. Love and fate. You know for a fact that you're meant to do this, yes. But you keep thinking that something is locking you out of it, but the only thing that is yourself and your perception on the situation. I'm telling you right now, pile number one, it's just how you're looking at this that's holding you back and why you've been hiding it. We have fulfillment and wish. Yes, like you're meant to do this. And I think that this thing is actually going to help you get a lot of the things that you want in life. Like the things that you thought were not possible to attain are possible through this gift that you've been hiding once you show it. We have control and tactics. Yep. That's ego trying to control. Well, ego is the thing that allows us to have the human experience. Your human experience is a busy one, okay? And you're a full-on 100% human living that human life, okay? Busy, busy, busy person. Because of that, that's the thing that's making you think this gift, you can't share it. There can even be the smallest of ways to show this to people. And it feels like for some of you guys, the best way to do this is to literally practice. Try it out with people in your circle. Share, like, whenever you get comfortable with somebody, or even if you have a significant other, or if you have a friend that you see, or a coworker, whoever it is, there's gotta be someone. If there is that someone, try and see and share this, but only after you write it down and you are firm with this. I'm hearing visual. I don't know what that is. I think you're meant to plant a seed in your own head and make it affirmed. And the only way you can affirm it for yourself in the real world, as well as by writing it on paper and looking at it, like kind of integrating that first on your own, in your own time. But I do feel like a lot of you guys are meant to share it with people close to you and see what they think. You need a little bit of some sort of reassurance, because you're really afraid. I'm gonna be honest with you, pile number one. This might not connect with everyone listening to this. It just feels like I want you guys to be able to show up for yourselves in that way and say, I can do it. Like, I know this is special and important. There's a reason. And not everyone's gonna be in that place. And I feel like that wanted to come through because you need to feel like you're in control of this. And that's gonna help the ego feel comfortable to start pursuing it a little more, or find ways to instill it in your life more. Or embody it, own it. All right, last two cards we have here is chemistry, passion. Yes, passion, passion, passion. We said passion so many times. This is just confirming it further. And change and courage. Yes, love. Change is about full moons. And Sagittariuses love to travel, and they have the courage to do so. Lovely. So pile number one, why you've been hiding it, I think we got into that enough. I'm hearing be the change you wish to see in the world, Mahatma Gandhi, because that's the vision I keep picturing for you guys, and it's so empowering because that's exactly what I'm trying to do in everything I do. So it's like I vibe with that so well, and I know exactly how it feels during the before part, before you actually follow that intuitive nudge you keep feeling that your heart just skips beats with. I understand that. Okay, next up. Honestly, I feel like we already saw what becomes possible when you share it, but let us see a physical thing. Because that wish fulfillment, looking at me in the eye, and I'm looking back at it, and I'm like, what is this? And for some reason, I also feel like there could be like some sort of relationship or partnership, co-partnering, something. I just keep seeing twos of people. Okay, let's see. So we're gonna get my magical spell cards here, Oracle deck, and just see what becomes possible when you begin owning this gift. So what becomes possible for pile number one when they own this gift? Okay, so we have friendship, and the back of the deck says confidence.
groups, people. Is that why I kept feeling like I said talking to people, something about people? Maybe some of you guys feel lonely. There's outsider energy here for certainty with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Wands. Like, I understand that too, because when you heal and overcome oh my God, 2 5s. 5, 5, Hierophant came upright, 5, 5, 5. I knew 5 was important in this pile. Guys, I kid you not, this is insane. The synchronicities are absolutely beautiful. Bring to me friendship, true, sharing laughter and understanding too. By earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light, burn higher. You attract your right soul tribe. And I noticed there's been an ongoing pattern with fear of rejection. I feel like you think you're gonna push people away, and then we got 4-4 just sneaking out, and there's no word here. It's just 4-4. You are protected, beautiful pile number 1. You are supported. There is a reason why you are meant to do this. And now I'm thinking about Major Arcana 14 is Temperance. You're meant to do that. You're integrating things. And once you integrate this gift and you show that to the world and you own it, pile number 1, you're going to be able to find the right soul tribe that aligns with you, that helps you embody that. And it's going to help you build your authenticity and your confidence through it as well. This aligns with my personal situation as well so hard. So it's like, oh, you guys are my soul tribe. Please send me a comment down below if you're listening to this, because I can relate to you guys on such a deep level. You have no clue, because it gets lonely when you're trying to be the outcast in the room, especially when it comes to something you're passionate about and you're trying to show people there's this other way. It's better than most of the ways that are shown in the world today. So I just need you to know you're not alone in that, and you have a supporter right here sending you so much freaking love, pile number 1. Okay, so this is what becomes possible when you share it. All right, let us get the Uncommon Tarot deck out here, and we're going to see what step, okay, thank you, must pile number 1 embody to what step must pile number 1 take to embody this gift? We have the 4 of Coins showing up. For some reason, I'm looking at this card, and I'm looking at this tower in the background, and it's reminding me of the tower. And they're like just sitting there, like owning it after they fell out, the collapse. After the collapse, they're getting comfortable with it. Even when it's all gloomy and doomy like in the background, there's this feeling of, I'm looking at this card and it feels secure. There's obviously the 4 of Pentacles is about that, but the fact that the back, I've never seen a 4 of Pentacles card where there's this doom and gloom in the background like this. And this is really just giving me Major Arcana tower energy, that collapse, the chaos. We've been talking about that tornado imagery earlier in your reading. Like, there's a reason why that theme keeps coming through. This is a storm about to take effect, and you're in the eye of it. There's a peace here. It's a little sliver of peace in the middle of this chaos. And this card shot out, the number 4. We saw 4-4 earlier. There is a support feeling. You need to get comfortable with acknowledging that who you are now, pile number 1, is not who you were before that thing you had to overcome. There is something here that's trying to come through intensely and heavily to remind you that the illusion, the ego, everything that your fear is feeding off of, that need for control that you might have in your routine, all that came from past residual stuff. And it's still there in the background of your subconscious, and it's still there in your nervous system, and it thinks that it's still happening now, but it's not anymore, and you can breathe. And you need to make peace with it, and you need to get comfortable in that discomfort process. Instead of fighting it, instead of avoiding it, just let it happen. That's something that's coming through very heavy, but let us continue and see if there's any other things. So what must pile number 1 do to begin embodying this gift today? Okay, no clue how many cards we have. Back of the deck energy here, we have the 6 of Swords. So obviously it's about transitioning forward. And it's, again, this energy of moving to calmer waters. Well, that's what the 6 of Swords is about. And you see that tower moving, and it's like blue where they're going. Calmer energy. This is like, the symbolism here is making me speechless, guys. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So this card wants to come out first. We have Justice. The Ace of Wands. Passion, passion, passion. The Four of Wands. And the Queen of Wands for the first row. So, we got 4 more cards left. Let us see what we have right now for what you are meant to do to begin embodying this gift today. So the first step, what you got to start doing, we have the 4 of Coins. Yeah, it's just bringing it back to balance and recognizing that you already are the person with the power in your hands because you overcame it. You're not where you were. And I don't know if you've even celebrated that for yourself or commemorated yourself for this big major accomplishment. Like, you have really gone through a lot, pile number 1. And you are a very sovereign being because of it. You're empowered and owning sovereignty like it's no problem. And I don't even think you realize it, but you hide that power away. And it's once you start owning it and stop pretending like it's not there, that's what's going to help you start unlocking this inner knowing. I really feel like a lot of you guys are naturally psychic. It's just a matter of being able to unlock that ability. And when I say psychic, I don't even think that's the right word. We're all able to speak with source. And you're being called to go follow that nudge, that inner knowing that you know is there. You know this. I feel like a lot of you guys listening to this is a confirmation for stuff that you already know you're meant to do and you got to start doing. Maybe this has been said to you before in some different way by somebody. I don't know. I'm hearing like you've heard this. I'm feeling like a deja vu feeling, but it's what you guys might be feeling. But the scales get balanced once you start remembering who you've always been. And you know that this is who you are, because if it wasn't, you would still be struggling today. You would still be at a point where you aren't in this full moon energy. Does that make sense? And your gift, you already accomplished that, and you're here to start teaching that to others. Okay, let's see the other row, because maybe that's going to help us understand the row more, because I want to give you guys specifics. So next up, we have the Knight of Wands. Doing it with passion. Next up, we have the 9 of Cups. A wish fulfillment comes through again. Yes, this is something you are meant to do, and you have to do it proudly. Something with pride. We have the Fool. Yep, new journey. And acknowledge that you're a new you. This is a new chapter. That chapter has closed, and I think the only thing that's holding you and making you think it's still there is yourself. And lastly, we have the 2 of Wands. Yes, start planning. That's the first step you should take today. Like I said earlier, write it down. You need to write this down. And I do believe that you are meant to start sharing the draft of it to somebody. There's something or somebody here that you can share this with. But it's only after you plant the seed outside of yourself, on your own, by yourself. Do not share this idea with anybody. This, once it's there, the fire's gotta be there. And if you don't know how to start writing, I'm hearing that you need to just write down the wound. Write down your experience. Write like you're trying to do a bibliography about your life. Try to write a success story and see if you can even write one. Because sometimes when we try to write success stories and we still have trouble believing that we have already succeeded, our brain's gonna make us start writing about our traumas instead. But maybe that's the thing that's going to help you be motivated to want to do this even more. It's going to help you get that fire. Because you have fire. You're just trying to hide it. Does that make sense? And you got to get mad. Because anger is the thing that creates rebellion. Anger is the thing that creates change if we apply it in the right places. Okay? With that being said, let us finish up your reading, my beautiful pile number 1s, by seeing some cherry on top additional messages from source, anything that source wants you to walk away from this reading with, okay? So I have some little snippets of paper that I wrote a lot of beautiful things down. This came from my whole heart and soul. I took my time writing this. I'm hearing that there's a reason why those fell out, so I'm gonna go with it. And let us just see any channel messages that Source wants you to walk away with from this reading, aside from everything we already dived into. Okay, so we have what, 1, 2, 3, 4 little sliplets of paper coming through here. And then I do feel called to get one card out here for you guys from my Work Your Light Oracle cards. So let's see, final messages for pile number 1. Final messages for pile number 1. Ooh, okay. We got 2 cards. So let's do the sliplets of paper first. The first one we have here from Source. This isn't about being right. It's about being real. Something in your energy is still being filtered through who you think you're supposed to be. Let it go. You don't need a mask to move forward. Damn, this resonates heavy. Okay, next up, we have... Okay, stop waiting to feel ready. You're ready enough. What you're calling patience is just fear in disguise. Take the damn step. Yes. Next up, we have... Okay, this isn't a soul tie. It's an emotional habit. Stop spiritualizing your trauma bond. You know what this is, and you know what it's not. Why did I write not twice? Okay. And then lastly, for the sliplets, we have this message found you because your soul is ready to hear it. Yes, your soul is ready to hear it. This was a very big reading. Now your last 2 cards we have here, my beautiful pile number 1 to finish up your reading is Get Grounded. Empaths, oh my God, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Okay, so this is a sign to get grounded. This is a sign to tune into your body. This is a sign to move, okay? Whether that's literally doing squats or going for a walk outside, taking some deep breathing. There's something here that probably triggered something anxiety inducing, which is why your nervous system's kind of going out of whack, and it has been for a while. This is your time. This is your sign to start grounding and write this stuff down. Like I said earlier, there's a reason why I said it, and I think this card is confirming it because it wants you to physically put something outside of you. Look into root chakra stuff. And if you guys don't know anything about the root chakra, look at my YouTube channel. I have a series all on healing the root chakra because I feel like there will be little beautiful hidden gems in there that will help aid you guys a lot with getting grounded specifically. All right. And lastly here, take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Yep, you've been a busy bee. You are being asked to take a break. Breathe. I know that it's possible. You just need to want it. So, my beautiful pile number 1s, you were not given your gift by accident. You've just learned to protect it, and that is okay. But the world doesn't need another masked version of you. It needs all of this. So if today stirred something real in you, I really hope that you honor it, journal about it, and speak it out loud. And if you want support holding that process, I do offer free soul clarity calls. No pressure, just space. The link is in the description box down below if you do feel called to. However, if that is something that you do not feel called to do, remember, my YouTube channel is for the real ones doing the real work. So definitely subscribe if you feel called to, if you want to keep growing with this tribe I'm trying to build here. I'm proud of you for even watching this far. And I'm sending you so much unconditional love and healing and the loud permission to stop hiding this gift, this light inside of you. Hopefully I'll see you in my other readings to come when you are ready. Goodbye.
Hello, my beautiful pile number 2s. Welcome to today's reading, and if this is the card that allowed you to select your beautiful pile, the archetype of the vision, then you already know that this is the pile that is meant for you when it comes to kind of uncovering together and finding out the exact gift that maybe you've been intentionally or unintentionally hiding within you, but you've always were meant to share with the world. Now, this gift isn't just an ordinary gift. It isn't just a typical talent per se. This is a gift that has to do with who you are, pile number 2. This is a gift that will help you get to where you want to be. And we're going to get to dive into all the very important things that have to do with this question, which is going to be the exact gift that you have been hiding, why you have been hiding it, and what becomes possible once you start owning that gift, once you start sharing that gift with the world. And then at the very end, if we have some extra time, we're going to be using some tarot cards to get some further insight in the exact step that you are meant to take today after this reading is complete, or for the next week or so, to begin embodying this gift for yourself for good, okay? So we're gonna dive into all of that. Very, very excited. And to really just jump right into things here, because we got a lot of decks we're gonna be going through or moving through today. Let us take a look and understand the exact meaning of this archetype, the vision here, okay? Because it's gonna be giving us some further insight on the exact gift that you have been hiding. So I already have the booklet here turned over to the page of the vision. All we gotta do together is just take a look and read it now. So let us take a look and see the vision here. So some other archetypes that are kind of related to the vision is the dream, the imagined, and the revealed. It is said that we are each born with a unique vision, a destiny toward which we are aimed. It is also said that we forget this vision the moment we are born. Thus, we are sent on a lifelong journey of rediscovery. Such is the elusive nature of the vision archetype. It slips away, yet it guides. It appears in strange dreams and surreal images, seemingly unattainable and preposterous. When we are connected to the vision, we carry an inspired, enchanted aliveness that others recognize. We trust the world and its synchronicities. We walk through new doors into wondrous opportunities. We all want to be near those with vision. They emit energy more potent than any elixir. When we lose connection to the vision, life becomes dull and exhausting, lacking meaning. Bring back the mystery. Bring back the dreams. So when it is light, there's potent imagination, synchronicity, and trust, and when the archetype is in dark, it's disconnected from art and dreams, listless, aimless. So let us read the little subnotes on the side. You can gauge how connected you are to your vision by how tired you are. Since the vision feeds us energy, it affects our life force and vitality. Interesting. I have something to say here regarding this. I will say it after we finish this little one. Look at art you loved when you were young. Listen to old records and poems. These are all ways to activate the vision. Okay. Interesting. So, I'm already getting a couple of things here. And the first thing I want to share, before we even look at the other cards, because let me tell you, we got lots of decks we're going to be diving into today. With this vision archetype, and I believe this is actually up here, a waning crescent moon, which is right before the moon, when it comes to the phases of the moon, is about to turn into a new moon once again. So I feel like there is definitely a gift that you've been hiding, but I feel like with this reading, pile number 2, there's kind of like a weird little side note, I guess you can say, where after listening to this, you are going to get some sort of confirmation that maybe you've been looking for or seeking regarding something that you are worrying about. I don't know if it's going to be exactly related to this exact gift or it's going to be like a side note thing, but definitely this gift, there's something here that you're afraid of. I wanted to say, when it came to that little subtext on the side, when I was trying to set up for your reading, pile number 2, I felt so much anxiety, and it doesn't feel like it's my anxiety because I know I'm not overthinking. There's no thoughts in my head. It's clear. But energetically, my heart's like, and I feel like I'm getting hot, but it's kind of like cool downstairs where I'm filming this. So it wouldn't make sense for this to be my energy. And I feel like for you guys, there's something you're like worrying about. And I was going to say you have a vision. I don't want you guys to think I'm only saying that because your archetype is the vision. It's actually because I'm looking into this mountain with the eye, and there's like a goal here that wants to be attained. It's a goal
that is connected to something at which you are passionate, extremely passionate about. For some reason, I'm looking at this area of the imagery and it's reminding me of the sacral chakra.
And that's related to our emotions. It's like the passion center, the vitality center of the chakras. And directly right beneath it is the basis chakra related to survival and our primitive instincts. So it's very easy for those things to get entangled in each other.
And there's a lot of anxiety here that's shutting this down. And a big gift, I think, here that has to do with you is that you are a very stubborn person, pile number 2. That's coming through very, very strongly. And if you put your all into something, you root into it like a literal tree. And you're the most sturdiest of trees that even the most craziest of hurricanes would not knock you over. That's how determined and stubborn you are when it comes to things that you put your mind on. Feels like that's something that wants to be done, but there's hesitation. So let us get some more insight here on the exact gift that you've been hiding, because I want to give you guys more details. Obviously, we're just looking at this one significator card, right, for you guys. So let me just slide this up to the side to get more space here. And we're going to be using this deck that I have called the Learning Tarot. The Moonology deck that I think a lot of you guys are probably familiar with if you've looked at pick a card readings in the past. Not mine, but just in general, because this is a very popular deck that readers use, as well as the archetypal deck. So let us get the cards out here and get some more clarity, more specifics for you guys, pile number T. T? There's tea. There is tea. There's gotta be some drama here. There's gotta be a reason why you're so worried. Okay, there's a reason why that came out of my mouth instead of 2. Okay, let's keep that in the back of our minds. That came out quickly. I am so anxious. My nervous system is like reacting heavily right now, but I'm so calm. There's an energy here that's trying to fight me. What are you so afraid of, pile number 2? Why are you so hesitant? I feel like it's interesting. A lot of you guys clicked on this and are scared to hear what the gift is. I don't know. Like, I'm hearing some of you guys are afraid of being right. I don't know why you're afraid of being right. Don't we love all being right? Okay, let's get the other cards out. So what is the gift that pile number 2 has been hiding? What is the gift that pile number 2 has been hiding? I don't know if you guys saw what the cards did, but like a card literally flipped over and it felt like it fell out. I had my eyes closed while shuffling. I thought a card like literally fell out. Like I looked down, I'm like dumbfounded because it's not there. Okay, for some reason, I feel like the back of the deck wants to be seen. When I do these readings, I don't have a plan. I usually try to have a plan, but the plan never works out because Source wants me to do things very differently for each individual pile, okay? So just keep that in mind if this is your first time listening or having me do this reading for you, which I am so honored to, by the way. If you're new, hello. All right, so the back of the deck says, the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. Oh my gosh. Capricorns are like part amphibian or aquatic beings, but they're goats too. And for some reason, I was thinking of a mountain goat when I looked at the imagery here. I don't actually know if the top portion body of Capricorn symbols are mountain goats. Let me know in the comments down below, please. But it's bringing me back to this mountain. Mountain goat, mountain, something. Like it's adding more emphasis on this mountain. So let's just keep that in the back of our minds. Full moon in Capricorn. Yeah, like you're really good at like pushing, persevering, pushing through. All right, and let us get a final card here. Feels like reversals want to be seen. So let's see. No clue if 1 or 2 cards, more than 2, are gonna come out. Let us allow Source to kind of guide us for the ride. If you guys don't have a journal or aren't taking notes, I highly recommend that you are ready for that as well, as these readings tend to be very detailed and complex and very layered. All right, so what is the gift that pile number 2 has been hiding? What is the gift that pile number 2 has been hiding? Okay, we got 2 cards coming out, both in reverse, but it feels like this card came out like this. Back of the deck is Justice in reverse, yeah. So there's this gift that you have, pile number 2. You definitely are starting, I feel like you kind of know what it is or you're guessing on what it could be. I think that's a reason why this card came out kind of like it's trying to turn around, but it didn't. It's still in that reverse.
So we have the Queen of Wands in reverse with some key words being pushy, demanding, overbearing, self-righteous, busybody, bully. And then for, I guess, yes, the Nine of Swords in reverse, we have light at end of tunnel, recovering, improving, letting go of negativity and stress. Isn't this interesting? So this meaning with the Nine of Swords in reverse is kind of what the Queen of Wands is all about. They're vivacious, strong, passionate, courageous, independent, confident, optimistic, outgoing, assertive, efficient. Light at the end of the tunnel, recovering, improving. You're in the middle of beginning to, I think, or at least you've been in this process of trying to embody this gift. Pile number 2, that's coming through very heavily. It just keeps pointing to the same thing. I need to make it very clear. You have this ability, pile number 2, to see things through till the very, very end, no matter how exhausting that journey might be to get to one end to the other journey of some kind that you're passionate about, that you're determined to go achieve or accomplish for yourself. You're able to do it, and you're very, very, very good at it. However, there is a lot of self-sabotaging getting in the way. There is a lot of doubt coming through. You're like afraid that you're not going to be able to do it, or you're afraid of something. I don't know if you're in the middle of some sort of big journey right now while listening to this pile number 2. It just feels like a lot of you guys are in the middle of something that feels like it's an all or nothing right now, and I don't know if it's going to work out, and going bat shit crazy. Like it kind of feels like that right now for a lot of you guys. But there is this silent inner knowing in you that you know everything's going to be all right, but you keep getting in your way. I don't know if you keep overthinking. I don't know if you kind of make yourself stall in progress, because you are an extremely hard worker, and that's really, I keep coming back to that point because pile number 2, that is your gift that you are meant to show to the world. And I think the reason why this Queen of Wands came up in this way is because you are trying very hard to embody this for yourself right now. I feel like you're currently trying to work on this gift as we speak. Pile number 2, while listening to this reading, wherever you are, this is a timeless reading. Doesn't matter when you're watching this, but as of right now, it definitely feels like you are trying very hard with all your might to embody this. And there are times where you think that you are incapable of embodying it fully. Or there are times where you think that, am I going crazy? Like, I don't know if you think you're delusional for embodying this type of persevering energy. Maybe some people look at you like, why is she still working so hard? Or, sorry, I said she because it was the queen, but why is he, she, they, them still working so hard to get this goal? Because it's not there yet. I don't know. There's something there of maybe things are just not moving in the way that you were hoping for them to. Because usually where anxiety is, there's a standstill of some kind. Regardless of whether you're climbing up, going down in a journey of some kind, there's highs and lows. Sometimes there's going to be static. And it's going to feel static even though there's progress being made. And it feels like there is still a lot of self-sabotage here messing with your head. Obviously, like I told you guys, right? We were going to look into what the gift is that you've been hiding. But the gift is here. It's very plain and simple. But it keeps telling me why. So there's no order. Let's just keep going. Let's look at these 2 cards that came out for you to continue understanding this gift. And maybe we're going to understand why too. So we have, come on guys, the Saboteur. Like I said, self-sabotage. With the light attribute being, highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. This is like Queen of Wands energy, this background. And she's about self-empowerment. Shadow attribute, induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. I don't know if, yeah, like you have a very crazy gift to go make things happen, to go make your dreams a reality, but for some reason, like you're humbling yourself, you're watering yourself down like crazy. You're doubting your own capabilities. Like you've had wings to be able to fly this whole time, but don't do this. This is a metaphor. You never jumped off a cliff to check if they were there. You're acting like someone clipped your wings when they never were clipped to begin with. Does that make sense? Next up, we have it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. We have 2 full moons coming through, pile number 2. Full moon in Scorpio and full moon in Capricorn. Release negativity, the end of a tough cycle. Scorpios are a fixed sign, and they are literal all or nothing zodiac signs. They're one of them. We also have Leo, even though Queen of Wands is in reverse here. And that is also a fixed sign. Capricorn is a cardinal sign. I just keep feeling this hungry, crazy desire coming from you, pile number 2, to want to just keep going or get this done or get it over with, or not in a negative way, get it over with, but more like you're just so hungry for something and you keep trying to push that hunger down or pretend like it's not there. You're ashamed of it. But that's the very gift that you hold that you're meant to share with the world, to show yourself what you're capable of. I feel like this is tied into like karma for some reason for you in this life. I don't know if you guys believe in reincarnation, whatever you believe in. It feels like cause and effect wise, something may have happened in this current life for you where you doubted yourself way too much, or you missed out on a lot of different opportunities to show yourself that you can, or that you are capable, or that you are stronger than. I don't know what, there's something here where proving oneself, but to yourself. And you're gonna make yourself very proud. I feel like this is something that you are currently trying to move through, this gift. And it's here and it's still there and it's still trying to fight for, and live and continue to live to see another day. On and on again. It just wants you to stop getting in your own way. So let's get some more insight now that we made it very crystal clear on what this gift is, pile number 2. Let's understand more of why you have been hiding it specifically. So maybe there's a root cause for why you have been hiding it. Let's understand that a little bit more together. So why has pile number 2 been hiding this gift? Why has pile number 2 been hiding this gift? All right, let us continue. Why has pile number 2 been hiding this gift? And we're using my Citadel deck along with my chakra healing cards and my yin yang oracle. I just wanted to state those in case you guys wanted to get them for yourself down the road. Okay. Why has pile number 2 been hiding this gift? Okay, so we got, well, it came up upright, so I think there's a reason they're trying to show you guys right away. Back of the deck wants to come through, so I'm going to show it. We have 2 throat chakras. Back of the deck is quest. This is confirming to me that you are currently on some sort of journey, some sort of voyage. It keeps coming through, and this just confirmed it. 100,000%. But this voyage requires you to show up as 100% of you. 110% actually, to be exact. And this card shot out upright. I want it to be seen right away before we continue shuffling. We have impatience, again, with the throat chakra. I'm seeing someone yanking down at this ball. A guide is trying to make them slow down. They don't care. There's a little bit of arrogance here. Oh, this is actually adding into the Queen of Wands in reverse. You are getting in your own way. Like, am I there yet? Is it there yet? Are we getting there? You keep doubting because of how long it's taking. Like, it's giving you more time to sit with, when is it coming? Is it ever coming? When is it gonna come? Like, there's just so much chitter chatter coming through. Why has pile number 2 been hiding this gift? Why has pile number 2 been hiding this gift? And then there's one more that wants to come through here. Okay, great. We got 4 yin yang cards coming through. So obviously the card that shot up, right, is control in tactics. Again, this blue color, throat chakra energy. You're able to get what you want when you want it, and you're not used to, there's something here. This is a gift that you've known you've had. The need to get things right when you want it keeps getting in your way. And it's kind of sabotaging the tactics that are meant to be laid down. Like, you've been lying them down, but you've been kind of stepping on them. I know it's there, but I'm trying to think of a better way to say it. You've been kind of stepping on the thing you just placed down in front of you. Like, you place it down, and then a couple moments, if it's not doing the thing you want it to do, you step on it and you're like, is this working yet? Come on. Like, you keep poking at it, waiting for it to do something, and or show you that it's making progress, and it's driving you insane. And the more patience it requires of you, the more time you have to start losing your mind. And even though there is progress being made, it's hard for you to see it. It's hard because you're in this dark area in it right now, and there's some unknown here. And I think this also makes sense why that waning crescent moon is in your significator card that allows you to select this pile number 2, because this waning crescent moon right before new beginnings, for the new moon, is all about surrendering. It's all about allowing this weird in-between moment to pass. Because there is a seed that you planted and it is about to bloom. But if you keep getting in its way, it won't. Okay, I need to make that very clear, because it feels like there is a seed that you have planted of some kind, whether it has to do with love, personal career, personal self-growth. I don't know what this is. Plug it into your situation as you see fit, pile number 2. But this gift of yours is what allowed you to be able to even plant the seed in the first place. But you're getting in its own way from being able to bloom. I think there's some sort of fear, like a root source of fear of abandonment or fear of rejection, fear of something that's deep rooted that came from a childhood trauma of some kind, perhaps, pile number 2, because it feels like this is all very subconscious, like this impatient side of you, the side of you that wants things right away and has trouble kind of allowing things to do their thing to get to where you want them to be. It keeps getting in your way, this self-sabotaging tendency, because of something to do with your past. Honestly, maybe these cards are going to give us more insight on that. So let us take a look, with the first card coming up being the Sailor. New influences, wanderlust. Again, this is giving me the idea of a voyage. Did you have a big dream? Did you dream big? There's something, maybe there's a fear of failing. I keep feeling like you've been trying to prove yourself for such a long time, but you don't need to prove yourself to anybody. If anything, you should be trying to prove to yourself that you're capable of patience to get this thing. Because at the end of the day, it's not over. It's not a failure unless you give up, unless you believe it is. Once you start believing it is, you need to keep having that hope. You know what I mean? Okay, next up, we have apology and forgiveness. Interesting, as this mainly was meant to be a self-growth reading, it feels as if this makes sense, right? Because I'm thinking about the Pisces when I look at these two fish. Head in the clouds sort of energy. You're stuck on something. There's something lingering. Now this makes a lot of sense why this person isn't looking forward, they're looking back. You have a choice. Oh my gosh, this is all making sense now. With the quest card, I'm looking deeper at it, and you're seeing that this side is like a little bit darker. This is more vibrant. This guide is showing this child there's two paths. You get to choose how you want to move through it, how you want to live through this moment, how you want to move forward. And you keep thinking that that's out of your hands, but it's not. Because at the end of the day, what is the thing that you do have control over? The choice you make moving forward, the feelings, the energy you want to embody, the mindset you wish to have, the perspective you wish to take. All that stuff is in your control. How you react to this moment right now. What thoughts you allow to take over, you get to control that. You're forgetting that. This thing that planted this seed in the first place, that's a powerhouse. And that power is capable of creating amazing, amazing things, pile number 2. But it's only if you believe in yourself. I feel like there is a big lack of self-belief right now. I don't know if you feel like you ruin everything you touch. That's like a really specific channel message coming through for some of you. Someone is extremely hard on themselves listening to this, or maybe many people, pile number 2, but you guys are way too hard on yourselves, and I'm calling it out right now. You know that's not true because you are still standing. Next up, we have Pluto and transformation. There was an ending and now there is a new beginning, and it's hard for you to let it go. Now I understand why there's 2 full moons, even though this is part of the gift you hold. The gift you hold is very powerful, pile number 2, but you're not allowing yourself to see it, even though this transformation, this rebirth, Pluto is an extremely intense planet, and honestly, full moon in Scorpio is related. Ruling planet is Pluto. Well, the modern version of astrology, the ruling planet for Scorpio is Pluto. But it's hard for you to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, whatever ended, this thing that's come to an end, or is coming to an end, there's a closing of some kind. Pile number 2, it feels like your fire had something to do with it, this fire in you, but that's the very gift you hold. And I think the gift you hold also can be your own biggest self-sabotaging tactic towards yourself. So it's like, it's so weird, there's a dichotomy here now, where this gift that you've been hiding that you're meant to share with the world is also the thing that can get in your own way if you let it. Maybe this is a shadow version of you, because I really just feel like there's some sort of connection here to some sort of childhood wound or some sort of PTSD like trauma experience that you maybe have had in your past. And it makes this thing come out in ways that isn't with self-awareness. There's no self-awareness when it comes up. So sometimes it might feel like you shut down and you don't realize what's happening, but the source guided you to
click on this reading and listen to it, because they're trying to show you this thing that you're ashamed of or whatever it is. It feels like the thing you didn't want to be right on that you do. It's there, okay? We can see it 100% crystal clear, clear as day. However, it's not at its full peak. Now I understand why this card came like this. It's not at its peak. It's still very, very immature. It's still new. And it's still something you're learning how to work with and befriend. And it feels like this is kind of preparing you to go through some sort of deep healing or transformational journey. Because there is a rebirth that wants to happen with this gift that you hold. Because the way that it's showing up in your life isn't doing you any justice. It's not serving you anything. If anything, it's doing the opposite because it's so linked and heavily connected to some sort of wound. And then we have self-care and energy. I think it's about like putting yourself first. This side of you, or this gift that you have, always wants the best for you, but it shows it in very immature or somewhat arrogant of ways, or impulsive, reckless maybe. Like, it doesn't think things through when it does things because it's just trying to protect you. But with self-awareness, like, there's something here that's missing. I feel like this reading might help you gain that clarity. Obviously, everything I'm sharing is being channeled. Make sure that you plug into your situation the things I'm saying as you see fit. Last card we have here is the Herald. Small regrets and longing, but it came up in reverse. I think that you're slowly starting to release something that it's been time to release for a while, and this is where the gift is going to start showing itself again, and you're going to get to understand it. There's a self-discovery journey, I think, that is being unlocked for you, pile number 2, and I think that's why the vision came through, because in this picture of the archetype for the vision is there, right here, and they're holding it, like there's hands holding it, cradling it. This is a vision, right? It's not here, it's not tangible, it's not real yet, but you know it's there. It's just like what's going on in your life right now. I feel like you're at this darker area and you're about to walk into something very new and unexplored territory for yourself. But you're gonna get to understand it more and more as you begin moving forward. And you're really hard on yourself. That keeps coming through, but it's getting there. Let us see what becomes possible once you begin embodying this gift in the right ways, okay? Because I really am curious to see what it shows for us. So we're gonna use my Oracle of Ascendance deck. Look how pretty the back of the deck is. Guys, come on, this is so pretty. So let us see what cards wanna come through. So what becomes possible for pile number 2 once they start embodying this gift in the right way? What becomes possible for pile number 2 once they begin embodying this gift in the right way? Okay, we have 2 cards. And the back of the deck wanted to come through. We have the sun. Clear as day, clarity, the sun. I'm thinking about that Queen of Wands energy again, like this vibrancy. There is an inner fire trying to come out of you. All right, so we have 2 cards. This one came upright. Let us read what the booklet has to say about it. But we have the nonogram. All right, so let us see what this card is about. So we have the nonogram. So it starts at the very bottom, odd. The nonogram, enneagram, or 9-pointed star has very high significance in regard to numerological value and higher consciousness. 9 is the final number of physical incarnation, the life number that prepares the traveler for their transition to the higher realms of consciousness. Prepares the traveler to the transition, which is what I feel like you're going through, to the higher realms of consciousness. The number 9 resonates to a higher frequency and thus enables the ability to communicate more strongly with the higher planes of existence while not fully existing within them. When it appears, you are being called to bridge the gap between the realms of the physical and the spiritual. You possess gifts that you may not necessarily be aware of. And now is the time to focus on their development. Yes, it is the time for you to take action and transform yourself. You must choose to walk the path or fight the tide. Yes, this choice. Oh my gosh. And then it says transformation right here. Oh my God, this is crazy cool. The transformational energies of the nonogram encourage you to tread your path with confidence. Inverted, this card has no inversion. So this card has no reversal, meaning
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I got things to say, but let's see the meaning of this other card. The dodecagram. Okay. So we have the nonagram and the dodecagram, and let us see what this card also means. So 9, and I think this is 12. All right. 9 is 9th house, Sagittarius, journeying. I saw a journey here, journeying. There's a journey. Okay, dodecagram. A powerful star symbol with its 12 facets, the dodecagram represents the 12 traditional signs of the zodiac, the 12 Olympic gods and goddesses, completion and wholeness and ascendance. In Christianity, it represents the number of Jesus' disciples. The dodecagram, in relation to the traditional zodiac, further divides the 12 zodiac signs into 4 subsections, detailing the natural elements of earth, air, fire, and water. When it appears in your reading, you are asked to seek balance in all endeavors. What has caused you to feel out of balance? The message here is very clear. Seek out and maintain balance in all facets of your life, from eating a balanced diet to getting a healthy amount of exercise to balancing work with play. You may be surprised how issues resolve themselves once you seek out and attain balance. This card has no inversion as well. And they're right next to each other. Interesting. What becomes possible once you start embodying this gift in the right way? You're going to get to start understanding it better. Once you start embracing this part of you, it's going to help you be able to shine bright in ways that's going to give you the clarity you need to be able to move forward. Pile number 2. There's something that you feel stuck in right now. You think that maybe it's incapable of you getting there or something. But the more you start believing in yourself, things are going to start changing in all areas of your life. It's going to feel like a complete 180. And you're not going to see it coming. But you can't have any regrets along the way. And I think that you're in this process of kind of trying to get there as quickly as possible. Maybe you're naturally an optimistic person, or at least you try to be for other people's situations, but when it comes to your stuff, you're like worst case scenario ridden. And I see this starting to change for you, and this is definitely something that's going to become possible, but it's only once you start embodying this gift in the correct way. And the way to get there, honestly, let's take a look now because I'm curious. How do you begin embodying this gift? So, what is the first step to begin embodying this gift, or what are you meant to do moving forward to embody it in the right ways? Pile number 2. What is the step that pile number 2 must take to embody this gift for themselves? What is the step that pile number 2 must take to embody this gift for themselves? All right. We have a card that fell out. It's sideways. I'm going to keep it like that. We have the Lovers that came out upright, the 7 of Cups, and then we have the Ace of Cups. I feel called to place it like this. Okay. No clue how many cards we have here. Back of the deck is the Mother of Pentacles, also known as the Queen of Pentacles. I definitely see you wanting to take action and put stuff into the physical. Like translate everything I'm saying and put it into the physical. So that's great. We do have the 8 of Cups that came up upright, Ace of Cups sideways. Lovers came out this way. So in reverse. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. 10 cards. This card wants to come out first. Before we look here, let's look at the significator. Pile number 2 with the Lovers coming in reverse with the 7 of Cups and the Ace of Cups sideways. I need to tell you, there is a lot of back and forth going on. And the very first step that Source really is trying to tell you to take right now is to be okay with the not knowing and just follow your gut right now. Or better yet, follow your intuition. Follow that little inner voice that's been trying to guide you somewhere. If you've been seeing repeating numbers, it's a sign. I need you to look up the meaning of those repeating numbers whenever you see them, because it's little messages that Source has been trying to give you. Whenever a certain thought pops into your head, it's like the repeating number that you'll see in that exact moment is a little message regarding what you were just thinking of before you saw it. So that's something very specific, but Source really wants you to start kind of trying to communicate with them better, because there's been a couple things they've been trying to warn you about or tell you about. And you'll be able to listen to that more and develop more self-awareness once you start listening to your own inner world first. And that means listening to the thoughts. Like, why are the thoughts there in the first place? Or why is the anxieties there in the first place? Where are they coming from? What are they being rooted into to begin with? Because if you don't find out where those things are coming from, then what you're manifesting, what you're going to start doing moving forward is going to keep coming from that same rooted place. Does that make sense? Let us continue and see, because they want you to just keep putting you first, because that's nothing wrong, but you need to be a little bit more loving towards yourself in the process. Know that this is a step in the direction of your goals and your hopes, a step in the direction where you're going to be able to start seeing the glass half full for yourself instead of for everyone else's problems around you, but for yours, because you're capable of a lot more than you realize, but it's only once you start seeing that, believing in yourself, knowing how capable you actually are, that you'll be able to start making things actually happen for you. And they're trying to set you up so that you can be successful in your life in all areas and so that you can go get what you want. And that's exactly why the dodecagram came up for you, pile number 2. So the card that wanted to come up for you first is the Hanged Man. So the number 12 came up. The Pisces energy is all over this reading. 12th house energy is all over this reading. It's crazy. They're visionaries too. 12, yeah. Next up, we have the 6 of Cups. Yeah, exactly. This is confirming what I said. Like, you're rooted into like some sort of past story narrative, but you're meant to kind of reflect on that right now. Next up, we have the 3 of Wands. I'm hearing that Source is actually giving you a step-by-step. So the first thing I just shared with you regarding the Ace of Cups lying down on these 2 cards, the 7 of Cups and the Lovers in reverse, that was the first message, okay? This is going to be the second step. I'm going to place 2 more cards here because we had 10 that came out in total, and this is going to be the second thing that they want you to do after you start doing this, or do all these things simultaneously. We'll see, okay? For the second to last card in this row, we have the 9 of Wands. They're really trying to help you succeed and like push through this. I think this is something that you've dealt with for a while, and they're just tired of seeing you put yourself through this suffering. Lastly, we have the Emperor. How beautiful to end this first row. Again, the symbolism with this tree. And what's interesting, right? It feels like it's the same tree, but for some reason, because I'm looking at how there's like a point at the top, it feels like the energy in the past position of you is kind of all over the place. Like it's just shooting right through your head, like all these chakras. It's imbalanced because it's coming from this root source. But then when you look at the Emperor, the top is kind of like curved, and it feels like it's containing your energy now. Like you're holding your power inside you. It's not leaking out anywhere. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let us take a moment to look at the second step that Source is trying to tell you to do to embody this gift. Okay, so the second step that you are meant to do, that Source is trying to give you as a guideline, a map to follow to begin embodying this gift in the best of ways, pile number 2 for you, is to start reflecting. I think I said this earlier too. You got to reflect on the root source of why this gift that you have is showing up in the way that it's been or has been showing up as of right now, because it's in an immature state. It's not evolved, it's not healed, it's not ascended yet, it's not transmuted to help you get the results that you want or reap the rewards that you're seeking in this life. And it needs to get aligned with the right frequencies. So how do you do that? You gotta rewrite the story. You gotta rewrite the code that it's feeding off of. And to do that, you gotta find the original coding. What is the original coding? And can you validate it? Can you acknowledge why it was there in the first place? I feel like this is something that you don't like to do. This is something that you like to bury. This is something that is part of you that is extremely vulnerable or fragile. I think it's susceptible to getting or feeling rejected easily. It feels like a part of you that is extremely delicate. Once you show this part, and someone makes a comment, even if they're joking, and you could know they're joking, like when you share this type of wound or something, or maybe even to yourself, like
little very tiny things can set it off and make you get paranoid, make you feel triggered, make you feel like you gotta snap or lash out or something. I just keep picturing like lightning strikes. Literally like Thor. It feels like you're able to do that. That's like where the gift is though. Like your gift is to be able to control that and do that beautifully in your own timing and your own control, but it's not there yet. And you're trying to learn how to have that control and harness your power and this gift to get the better things, not make it wreak havoc, right? And so it's, I don't want to even say tame, but it's kind of like you're trying to befriend, like I said, the shadow side of you and make that yin and yang complete and not just one or the other. And the only way to do that is by reflecting and moving through it so that you can regain control again over it. This is a lunar eclipse, I believe, in this picture. There is a lot of power here. There is so much power. And Source is just trying to guide you to learn how to contain that power so that you can literally point at the thing you want, go after it, and shoot that power there. Does that make sense? Instead of let's leak everywhere and explode, because it's draining. You feel like you're something negative. I don't know what it is. There's just like, I'm such a, why do I gotta be so ... Like there's just fill in the blanks. You know what I'm talking about if you selected this pile. Next up, for this final step that Source is telling you to take to embody this gift, we have the Seven of Pentacles. I think this is gonna start referring to patience. I'm just warning you guys. All right, I'm gonna just layer this on top of this first row. Next up, we have the Death card. Thirdly, the Eight of Cups. The Ten of Wands. And lastly, oh, beautiful. Look at all the dark. And then we have the Ace of Wands. I love the symbolism here. This is so beautiful. Look at this. Look how dark. Dark all the way to, pew. That's you. The Wands energy, that Queen of Wands is, I'm remembering the Queen of Wands. Maybe a lot of you guys are fire signs watching this. I don't know, maybe you have a lot of fire placements in your natal chart. Let me know in the comments down below. I love astrology and I would love to understand what's going on here. Or just rage. And learning how to contain that rage, because I think for some of you guys, maybe you have anger issues and your anger is your biggest gift. And if you guys do resonate with that heavily, I do have a video where I talk about how anger is actually your greatest gift. So I highly recommend you guys check it out. It would be in my Wisdom Nugget playlist on my channel. Highly, highly, highly recommend. But with this last step, pile number 2, Source is wanting you to just drop everything that you know has absolutely nothing to do with what you want, with what your goals are, with what your vision is to move forward. There's something, or maybe a couple of things here that you'll know what I'm talking about. It could be in every single area of your life. I want you to reflect and ask yourself, what does it feel like it belongs there? Really reflect on every single facet of your life, aspect of what makes your life whole and you. Okay? And ask yourself, what doesn't feel like it's meant to be there anymore? Or do I feel safe with this thing there? Do I feel calm? Do I feel challenged in a positive way? Because you can tell. But I feel like there needs to be a lot more reflecting, because there is a couple of things that you keep trying to wait around for, and it's like you're not getting any older. Does that make sense? It's just, you're being called to let it go. It feels like it's just empty weight that isn't going to serve a purpose until you let it go. Because then you get to show whatever this is that you don't need it, and you show yourself that you don't need it, and you never did, and that they'll have a pair of wings of their own. If this is a person, I'm just saying, because I feel like a lot of you guys are going through something with letting people go. You need to understand that when you let these types of things go, other people in your life, pile number 2, you're also giving them an opportunity to learn how to fly on their own. And you can't teach someone how to fly that doesn't want to be taught. They need to see it. They need to be inspired.
Why don't you become
the very thing that inspires them to do that in their own time? But the only way that can happen is if you drop all that weight, because you're burdening yourself. And that's why it's exhausting. That's why this journey has felt tough. The full moon in Capricorn that came up, you're capable of handling it. One of your gifts is that you're stubborn, right? I remember I shared that with you. It's part of this gift that you hold. But the stubbornness is here, obviously, and it's shining through in a way that is self-sabotaging your journey. It's self-sabotaging your endeavors, your goals, to help you ascend, to help you level up. And yes, while this journey takes time, right? It's annoying. There's a lot of perseverance that has to be made. You don't have the time to waste putting that persevering energy in the wrong things. It doesn't have to do with your future. Because there is something that lights your heart up here. There is goals or desires that you have. Like, what are your heart's deepest desires in different areas of your life, putting you first, right? It kind of comes back to the first step in a way, but still separate. You are meant to follow those things, not the things that feel like dead weight on you, that feel like you have to keep doing double takes to turn around and see, is this person making it yet, if this is a person, or if it's a project that maybe didn't get fulfilled in the way that you hoped it would. Keep waiting around for it to do something instead of being proactive and continuing to move forward and learn from it and apply it to the next thing, the next journey, the next quest, the next vision. Does that make sense? But that's the third step that you are being asked to do to continue to embody this gift to the fullest. Pile number 2.
Oh my gosh. So this was a very detailed reading. I really loved how Source kind of just gave you 3 different steps. I love that you're the first pile that got that today. And let us finish up your reading by getting some final cherry on top messages from Source, Spirit, the universe, your angels, your guides, whatever you feel called to get a message from. I want you to connect to that right now. And we're going to gather some little paper sliplets and see what wants to come through to wrap up your reading for today. And also, I feel called for you guys specifically to look at the Ancestor Spirit Oracle deck that I have here. We're going to read the booklet to wrap up, okay? So let us just get your card out to get everything ready. So these are going to be messages that are going to come through that Source really wants you to walk away with, okay? So final messages for pile number 2. Final messages for pile number 2. Okay, so we have 1 Ancestor Spirit card. And before we flip it over, let us look at the papers that want to come through, the messages, the channel messages. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We got 6 little messages coming through, and let us take a look at them together. Okay. When you start spiraling, place your hand over your chest and say, I'm here, you're safe. Let's slow down. All right. Next up, if you catch yourself obsessing over someone who hurt you or stuck in anger, road rage, disrespect, I put that in parentheses for examples, pause, breathe, say silently or out loud, from my heart to your heart, I wish you well. Then let go. That's it. Say it until the feeling goes. Everything that I put in these papers, I do myself, okay? And this is a practice that my own therapist has taught me, and it has done wonders. And in the parentheses, this is examples that I have used it for, road rage and disrespect. From my heart to your heart, I wish you well. Because you are a light, pile number 2. You're just learning how to direct the light. Next up, thirdly, we have, don't ask, what am I here to do? Ask, what truth am I here to live out loud? You asked for a sign. Here's the deal. If nothing changes after this message, don't expect your life to. Ooh! Okay. I had a feeling that's got to be exactly why Source gave you 3 steps to follow to embody this gift, because Source is trying to really help you get out of this. Last 2 messages. I knew it. I literally was feeling this energy. I just didn't say it because I was thinking about shadow self. This is Lilith. Okay, this is crazy. All right. Lilith energy is loud right now. If you feel too much, that's your power trying to get out of the cage. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. You're learning how to harness the power in the right ways. Yes. Oh my God, like I said, you're working with your shadow self. That's Lilith. Okay, beautiful. And lastly, for channel messages here, when you notice your old self showing up, say gently, "You protected me. I've got it from here." Yeah, I'm so sorry. That doesn't even look like old. It says ob. I don't know. I'm so sorry. That's supposed to say your old self. Okay. Now, lastly, for your final card, and then we'll read what the booklet is, because maybe this is an additional action you're meant to take. We have go after your goals. Come on. Pile number 2. This has been an ongoing theme. Final message that Source wants you to take away, or whatever you tried to channel to come through to give you this final message. Go after your goals. Persist. Encourage. Advance. If you needed that last line, there it is. There it is. Go after your goals, persist, encourage, advance. We're still going to read it because maybe there's any final messages that you need to hear. Okay. So this is about the story of the being. It's Robert the Bruce from 1274. Robert the Bruce suffered many defeats on the way to establishing his authority and bided his time before moving forward to become King of Scotland. He was defeated twice in battle by the English before he went into hiding on a remote island off the coast of Ireland. It is said that he often became depressed during his time on the island. Then one day, he saw a spider in his room. Robert the Bruce sat and watched the spider swinging from rafter to rafter, trying to make its web. It wasn't until its 7th attempt that the spider succeeded in making an anchor for its web. Robert the Bruce saw the spider as a sign that he must keep persevering for Scotland's independence. He then moved forward with his cause and was successful. 54, number 9. 5 and 4 add to 9, 9th house energy, and the number 9 for the nonogram. This is confirmation. Pile number 2. The ancestors speak. Take charge and move forward in your life. The universe is encouraging you to pursue something that is important to you. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. Go after it. You have been consciously working on yourself and are now ready to take on anything you want to achieve. Do not hesitate. Take this card as a sign that you can do more and be more. Stand up for your beliefs. Stand your ground and do not be swayed by opposing ideologies. Divinatory meaning. Just as the universe endeavors to raise your spirits, it is time for you to encourage and inspire others. A little positivity goes a long way. Try to support your loved ones, friends, or anyone you come in contact with. You may not realize how much it means to a person to have someone believe in them. A kind word can keep someone going through hard times so they reach their goals. All right, my beautiful, beautiful pile number 2. So that gift inside you, it's not too much, as you can see. So if you've been thinking that this is something you're ashamed of, obviously Source is telling you BS, because Source just wants you to harness it and use it to the best of your abilities, and Source has been trying to help you do just that. So you don't have to launch it to visibility tomorrow, but you do have to stop pretending that it's not there. So if this reading helped you name this gift, that's a beginning. And I do offer free soul clarity calls for those that are ready to stop hiding and start healing in deeper ways. So no pressure, just presence, and link is in the description box below if that is something that you are interested in. But remember that this isn't just a YouTube channel. This is a healing circle, and you're always welcome here, regardless of whether you are interested on clicking that link below or not. So subscribe if it feels like home, and I'm sending you so much unconditional love and light, pile number 2. Hopefully until next time, I want you to keep showing up for what is real. Bye.
Hello, 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 my beautiful beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pile number threes. And if you cannot tell by now, obviously, yes, we do have the card here that allows you to select your pile, but not only that, I'm naked. No, I had some issues in the middle of me shooting this pick a card video for the last couple of days. And yesterday I was trying to actually record pile number three for you guys. But then I recently am still in the process of recovering from a nervous system dysregulational thing where I've been getting tension headaches and headaches that last behind my eyes where it causes like really bad dizziness and disorientation for the last 5 to 6 days straight. So I've been in recovery. What that means is that in the middle of me working or just doing things, I will randomly just get a headache attack. And I was getting one of those creeping up on me, so I had to stop filming for the rest of the day, and I went outside to go mow my lawn because I think that was one of the reasons why I was getting stressed and my nervous system was overactivating. And when I went to go mow the lawn, I looked down at my nails that I had done, my press-ons, and realized that I thought I had dirt stuck underneath them because it took me like 3 hours to mow this one area because we live on a corner lot. Like our house is on a corner lot. And so when I took my nails off, lo and behold, I did not just have dirt, I had this thing called greenie. So if you were disgusted, move on. This means that this reading was never meant for you. But I feel like I am here, and my purpose is here to help Source deliver this message to you when it comes to the gift that you've been hiding and the gift that you've actually always been meant to share with the world. So this is what we're going to be doing today, okay? Pile number three. So let us dive into this. And before we start getting all the cards out, because we're going to be diving into this reading in a couple different ways, we're going to be looking at the exact gift that you have been hiding, why you've been hiding it, and what becomes possible once you start owning that gift. We're going to look at the significator card to kind of give us some nice details and exactly why this ended up being your significator card for this pile exactly. So we did have the beautiful archetype of the sustainer coming up for you to give us some clues and insight on what this gift that you hold, pile number three, is all about. So in order to help us get some more insight, we're going to be obviously looking at the booklet that comes along with this deck, which is the Wild Unknown Archetypes Guidebook here, where I already have it flipped open to the page aligned with the sustainer. So let's give it a read, and then we'll continue diving more into depth and detail on exactly what this gift is. So, the sustainer, the second archetype in the trio of existence, works behind the scenes tending to the tasks of life. They cultivate gardens, pay bills, keep the meals warm and the mouth sweetly fed. The sustainer is at peace in the process of life, knowing there is no start or finish to humble yet meaningful tasks. They have a natural inclination to nourish others, to archive, to preserve Earth's resources, to consider environmental impact, to see their role in the divine cycle of life. It's common for the sustainer to become overworked, leading to resentment. Their tasks aren't glamorous, and therefore the sustainer rarely receives the credit or attention. The sustainer longs to hold things in place so badly, especially relationships, that's in parentheses, maybe there's going to be something along those lines here, that they resist necessary change. Take time with this archetype. It is within us all and needs our love. When light, it's abundant, generous, supportive, and reliable. When it's dark, it's overworked, resentful, trapped, and tired. So the little messages on the side. Contemplate what truly sustains you. Make a list. Notice how simple yet powerful those things are and spend some time tending them. And then next up, we also have take note of the difference between maintaining and sustaining. Which action describes your life more accurately? Okay, for some reason that's like sticking out to me a lot. Okay, so this is a grounding energy. This is a reliable energy. This is an energy that has a lot to do with dependability or levels of it. The levels of dependability that you possess vary based off the people that you meet or run into. Pile number three. That was a very randomly channeled message. But it's because you're naturally some sort of
blank keeper that's coming through. I was gonna say gatekeeper. It feels like you're a gatekeeper in the realms of ascension for this planet. Like you're part of this group of people in terms of this gift where you're able to help people in some way when it comes to supporting them or keeping them level-headed or ground them.
Like you're able to support people in a bunch of different ways to allow them to ascend or evolve in life. Like you have this innate gift to support others and hold others up, and you're very, very good at it.
Let me get some more insight because I feel like you're inspirational to people. I feel like there's still some pieces to the puzzle that want to get plugged in, and the only way we'll be able to do that is by looking at the other decks we have here.
So we are going to be using this deck I have called the Learning Tarot deck. My Moonology cards, if you guys have done pick a cards before, you probably know this deck well. And then we also have the Archetype deck. For some reason, I feel like I'm channeling some of your energy, pile number 3. I feel like things pass over your head very easily. I'm not calling you unsmart. I don't want to say the other words because I feel like they're too intense. But it's more like you're so hopeful. You have a very hopeful energy to you when it comes to certain situations that things are able to pass over your head because it's hard for you to see the thing that removes that hopefulness energy to you. I guess naivety, maybe, but you don't mean to be. I don't know. It's something with this gift that doesn't serve you well right now. Like you've been owning the gift unknowingly. This is a subconscious thing. Like you have no clue that you've been embodying this gift because this is a big gift you have. I don't know. Maybe the dichotomy that keeps coming up is that you're ashamed of this thing that you do, even though this is one of the bigger strengths that you possess in your personality or in who you are as a person. Actually, this is the very thing that can help you become the most empowered and successful version of yourself in this lifetime. But it's a matter of learning how to work with this gift that allows you to be able to unlock that reality for yourself. Okay, so we're gonna be figuring this all out together because obviously we gotta get some more insight. So what is the gift that pile number 3 has been hiding? Allow one card or whatever cards you want to come out, source. What is the gift that pile number 3 has been hiding? Okay, what's interesting, before I even started recording this, I have a set of tarot decks out here, and I did this for each pile. I was planning on using the decks at the end to see the steps that you are meant to take today to begin embodying this gift in the right ways. So we were gonna do that, and I only picked out 2 decks before setting up this pick a card video. I was preparing this table and preparing my energy, doing my prayers to begin recording for you guys, and then I looked in the corner of my eye and I saw the tarot deck that I felt like we were gonna use 2 decks for you guys today. I don't know why. It felt like there's 2 things coming through, and I didn't understand that until now. And the reason why I'm saying until now is because 2 cards flipped upright like this, and 2 cards are staying facing downwards like this, and it feels like it's split. Perhaps there's 2 gifts that you embody. I don't know what this is about. There's sets of 2s coming up for you guys, pile number 3. And it did show up because of these 2 tarot decks that felt like they wanted to be used for you guys today. And I don't know when or how this is gonna happen during your reading. I'm allowing Source to kind of take the lead. So we're gonna see how this all unfolds, okay guys? I just want you guys to keep that in mind. And I really wanted to share that because I felt like there was a reason why this happened. But let us continue shuffling and see. So what is the gift that pile number 3 has been hiding? What is the gift that pile number 3 has been hiding? Okay. A card just shot out sideways. We're going to keep it like that. I feel like there's a reason. What is the gift that pile number 3 has been hiding? Guys, I'm not making this up. Look, facing upwards, facing down. This is confirming it to me, by the way. I feel like the back of the deck wants to come through. This is going to help us piece together the significator cards' energies. I think this is going to put together 2 things. And maybe that's why that question was popping through in my head, and I thought it was important. Maintaining and sustaining. Maintaining and sustaining. Maybe there's a gift that has to do with maintaining something and something about sustaining something. The back of the deck energy here is the 2 of Swords in reverse. with some keywords being indecision, delays, postponements, seeing the truth, lies being exposed. So I definitely feel like something that's coming through is clarity. Remember when I said things kind of fly over your head without you realizing sometimes? That's something that annoys the crap out of you that you do onto yourself. I feel like something that is going to be revealed in this reading is going to help you gain a lot more clarity in that regard. You guys ever think really hard? But, oh, I just realized this is the 2, number 2. So if you guys have been seeing 222, maybe that is a confirmation that you were on the right path when you begin embodying these gifts. I think it's 2 things, so we're going to keep it like that. I really do personally believe it's 2 things, guys. Let me shuffle this last deck. What is the gift that pile number 3 has been hiding? Guys, I'm not making this up. Look, 1 card shot out. Let's see what happens. Let's keep shuffling. What is the gift that pile number 3 has been hiding? I'm in shock. I'm literally in shock. I'm hearing shadow side. Maybe this is your shadow that you're meant to work with to help you embody this gift. Okay, let's obviously take a look at the first cards that wanted to be seen upright, because I feel like there is a reason that we're doing it in this order. Source wants us to go this route. So the archetype that came up for you, pile number 3, for this first side of the gift that you've been hiding, is the femme fatale. The light attributes of this archetype is highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Oh, it was kind of talking about this with the sustainer archetype. Opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Shadow attributes, inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money, and power. Yeah, well, this does make sense for the sustainer to be a divine feminine based archetype. Let's move forward. So the card that fell kind of across the 2 Moonology cards here is the 4 of Wands. And we're going to keep it sideways, but I'm just going to show you guys it this way. So energy of Aries. We have the throat chakra, I believe. Happy families reunion, coming home, surprises, community, welcome, family coming together, community spirit, teamwork, success, celebration. Happy families, coming home, coming home. And then we also have nothing will come of the situation, void of course, moon. And then we also have don't let pride get in your way with full moon in Leo. So this is about a gift that you've been hiding. Oh, I think I understand what this is. Okay, this is crazy. Okay. What I'm seeing here, pile number 3, when it comes to this gift that you possess, that you have been hiding, it's a gift that you do without even realizing it to this day. But you don't use its full potential. You don't use its full abilities to your advantage because it's not fully unlocked just yet within you. I don't even think you realize how powerful this thing that you do actually is. What you do, you are naturally in feminine energy. You naturally give off and radiate this energy of support to people, like I said earlier. And it's there, it's 100% confirmed with the 4 of Wands coming up like this. But you don't need to become overly attached to the people that you give this support to. You are just a good supporter, period. And that is your gift, period. But you feel like inclined to help people, or in quotes, quote unquote, fix them and finish the task of officially and fully completely fixing them, that you will refuse to, I guess, give up on them. I don't like that word, but it feels like that's how your brain like interprets it whenever you think you're letting go of someone. Like you think that it means that you're giving up on them, so you feel like guilty. Like there's this weird intertwinement with this energy of guilt. Like this, I hate guilt and I feel it so hard right now. And that's why I know for a fact that it has something to do with guilt. And guilt is a feminine based wound, okay? And what I mean by that is because guilt is the shadow that is ruled by the sacral chakra in the chakra system. I think that this gift is kind of being overruled by a shadow aspect of you that is wounded, very, very wounded. And I think it leads you to kind of people please without realizing it. And it's something that pisses you off about yourself. It's something that you're ashamed about yourself. And because of this wound that's kind of taken over this gift, it keeps you from being able to see the full potential of it when you're supposed to be able to be sovereign and stand in your power with this ability to support those around you, because you are a big lover, pile number 3, a big, big, big lover. However, not everyone is worthy of that big, big, big love. And it is not your job. You were not put on this planet to fix everyone's problems. You're here to be an inspirer. You're here to be the one who you are now, pile number 3. But who you are, you were not born and put in this world to fix everyone else. This gift is here to help you show up in the best version of you and to help you stay with the people that are meant to be in your soul tribe moving forward. As you slowly start gaining the right people that are meant to be part of your quote unquote soul family, pile number 3, this attribute, this gift that you hold, that you've been hiding, once it's in its full power, you will be able to get the right people, is what I'm hearing. That's something that you've been having trouble with. Like, I don't know if you feel like you've fallen into traps where you believe people too easily, or you give them the benefit of the doubt too quickly, too many second chances, quote unquote. It just feels like you think this gift is something to be ashamed of when it's not. It's just because it's not being used in the right ways. I know I was a little bit all over the place, but that's how Source wants me to channel your reading today, I guess. So hope you guys are taking notes. All right, let us take a look here and see what wanted to come through. I don't know if this is the shadow side archetype. I feel like it's a shadow because these cards all face down and these all face upright. I think this is about you and your light energy now because you're the light and this is the shadow. Maybe the shadow wound has a gift, has something here that's meant to be plugged into this. Because I keep feeling like there's some sort of silent, empowering energy. Like you don't need to scream to be seen when you stand in your truth. All you gotta do is just stand and be authentically you and radiate. And you have such a powerful, loving energy to you that makes your aura like magnetize a lot of different things. Like people love that energy about you, but they take advantage of it. And that's where the shadow gets overly developed in time because then it starts believing that they are unworthy or you're not doing enough to keep these people in when they were never the right people to start with. Okay, there are so many things coming through. Oh my God, let's continue. Okay, or else we're never gonna stop. So next up for the next archetype, we have, wow, guys, I'm in shock. I am in literal shock. I was gonna say energy vampires. I was literally going to say, I have goosebumps shooting up my legs. This is crazy. Everyone knows when we talk about people sucking up our energy, we always talk about the vampires, right? The energy vampires. Guys, come on. We're gonna keep revealing these cards. We're gonna see what's coming through. This can also be a wake-up call talking about this gift that you have. You've been using it in the wrong way towards the wrong people because maybe Source is trying to keep this thing from flying over your head and is trying to put it right in your face to give you some brutal truth. I don't know what's coming up, but let's see what's come through, okay? It's the month of July. This is all about clarity, the sun energy, Leo energy, right? Things coming to light. So let us see. Vampire with light attribute makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. Come on. This is insane. Okay. Shadow attribute, depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. Or maybe this is your shadow. Yes. Okay. This is your shadow. But this is also what's been going on with you. Like people in your life are like this vampire sucking up your beautiful supportive energy, pile number 3. But at the same time, because you don't want to take no for an answer, or you don't want to accept that this person was never meant for you in the first place, energetically, spiritually speaking, they were just meant to be there for a season or a reason, but not a lifetime. And instead, that in turn made you mirror that same wound back onto others. And also, this shadow makes you seem like the one being the toxic person. I don't like that word. I'm a facilitator for deep healing, okay? So I don't believe in toxic people, but I'm just saying it because I know that the general public will understand what I'm saying when I use those words, okay? But the wounded, it makes you mirror back the wounds of those around you, and you're doing it onto them without realizing it. So you're the one that gets called out for being the toxic person. If there's relationships or friendships or familial relation, like any type of relationship or partnership or connection, and you're ashamed of this gift because of it. Does that make sense? I hope this makes sense, guys. Anyone that ended up listening up until this point, please shoot me a comment down below and just tell me like how this is all going, because this is the craziest channel downloading of a message that's happening live as we speak, like right now while I'm recording this. Next up, for the 2 Moonology cards you have received, we have the energy is gaining momentum with a waxing moon. So this is a waxing crescent moon, and it's about setting intentions. This is a moon phase that happens
moments after a new moon happens, and that's about planting seeds. The energy is gaining momentum. Next up, we have, I knew it. Okay, yeah, this was a warning. Source wanted me to do this reading this way for you because it's trying to tell you this gift that you're ashamed of, but you're meant to use, obviously 100,000%, and show to the world, because if you don't, this is just going to take it over. Because, well, yeah, third quarter moon adjustments are required. And this is about releasing and letting go of habits that bind you and do you harm. This is literally what this moon phase is about. It's 2 phases right before it comes back to a new moon. And this is a phase after the new moon. It's asking you to plant a new seed. It's asking you to start over. It's asking you to rebirth this gift you have and put yourself back in the driver's seat, because this wounded shadow is what's driving this gift around in your life right now. The last final card we have here is Strength in Reverse. And I kid you not, we had Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way, full moon in Leo. Leo, full moon, it's about releasing things that aren't serving your authenticity. It could be even releasing ego. With Strength in Reverse, there's this vulnerability, self-doubt, weakness, low self-esteem, lack of confidence, and feeling inadequate. The affirmation, see it in the opposite. Strength begins with a choice to be kind to myself. This shadow wound makes you unkind to yourself. Pile number 3. And it's feeding this attribute in you that you know doesn't serve you, because maybe this feeling of codependency is only coming from a wound, and that's all it is. But it's disguising itself as this inner power that you actually hold. This is actually, I can relate to this very heavily, pile number 3, because I know how hard fear of abandonment is to overcome and heal. It's a big, big thing. And it can come from wounds of childhood, things that range back to years and years and years, almost decades, if anything. And I need you to validate yourself for this, because all you want is to just feel loved, accepted, and supported and seen, and the love that you give to others. And I can see it very hard here. But that's your gift, pile number 3. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And that's why there's so much crazy dichotomy going on. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. I feel like there's no more thoughts running through my head. When I say thoughts, I mean like channeled messages. I think that this portion of your reading is complete. Let us move on and see why you've been hiding it. Let's continue to get more insight. I want more specifics. Maybe this will help us pinpoint some core roots to why this gift has been hiding inside of you this whole time. So why has pile number 3 been hiding this gift? Why has pile number 3 been hiding this gift? Okay, let's see. Came out on top of here. Enlightenment came up sideways with the solar plexus chakra. Didn't I just tell you that the season of Leo is about illuminating things, bringing things to clarity? This is exactly what's happening. You've been hiding this gift because it's been hard for you to be honest with yourself about, like, you've been hiding this gift, pile number 3. Oh my God, I'm literally gonna cry because I know how this is. You've been putting things flying over your head. It was this. The why behind why you've been doing things this way is this. Okay, I hope this makes sense. It's hard for you to be brutally honest with yourself about the truth of the core wound, where this has sourced from, where this vampire energy has sourced from, this wound of the shadow, how it's risen. It's hard for you to be brutally honest with yourself regarding it, and it's hard for you to be cutthroat. There's something that you need to tell yourself, or there's something you need to accept. There's some sort of closure you have to give yourself that is hard for you to give to yourself, and you've been avoiding it. So you pretend that you don't know the reason why this gift and all this stuff has happened and entangled itself with each other. But in reality, you already know what it is. You already know. I swear to you, I'm going to do one more deck for this why here. And if this just keeps kind of circling around everything we just talked about and everything I just said about saying you know, pile number 3, it's a wrap for this section. And we're going to just dive into what becomes possible, because I think this is a lot of soul-searching digging you need to be doing. And maybe that's why these 2 decks of tarot that I have up in the corner, you guys can't see it, is going to be of good use to us moving forward. So let us see here with my yin yang oracle.
Why has pile number 3 been hiding this gift? Back of the deck, this is your current energy. Self-care energy. Oh, maybe that's why you ended up clicking here. Maybe that's why you're still listening, because I think you're ready to start taking action. This is a heavy call out. I need you guys to know that you guys are like superstars, rock stars for still listening through up until this point, because I know when it was hard for me to be honest with myself about these things that I dealt with myself in my own past. So know that you are a rock star for just listening up until this point. And if you're taking notes, rock star times 2. Because when you're writing something down, you're bringing it out of you, okay? It's healing in itself. The 2 cards we have here, yeah, confirmation, guys. Let's see this one before I'm going to see if I can reveal them both at the same time. Avoidance, yes. Guys, I told you. Confirmation, confirmation. Look at this. Truth, expression, avoidance, and stalemate. I literally just talked about seeing you already know the truth and you've been avoiding it. How can we not be more clear? You already know. Now we're going to move on and see what becomes possible once you start embodying this gift in the right ways. I think there's 2 decks that I want to use. So we have my Oracle of Ascendance deck, and then we also have my Magical Spell Cards deck, because I feel like there's something that you've been trying to manifest and you don't know why it hasn't been working out. So we're going to shuffle this deck first and see what becomes possible for you once you start embodying this gift in the right ways. So what becomes possible for pile number 3 once they begin embodying this gift and sharing it in the right ways? So we got 1, 2. What happened was we had this energy card with the number 13. The way the cards fell out, this card was like this, and then the other cards were like this. Okay? So you just have to believe me. So this card, I believe, because it came upright, is for this side. And these cards, I think this is what, 4? It's going to be talking about what becomes possible for this wound, and then what becomes possible for you. This light aspect of you and the dark aspect of you. So we have energy with the number 13 being death, a transformation, a rebirth, a renewal begins to take place. And it says, a light inside my fire divine, energy fill me, make me shine. Because you have an ability, pile number 3, to become powerful and shine. I told you about how strong your aura is. Like, you have this ability to attract the right people in your circle. It's just not working in the right way. It's not fully activated or aligned with the right frequencies yet because of this wound. Hence us needing to take a look here and see what these cards are. We have new beginnings with the number 44, and it says, let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. And the number 44 is reminding me of the 4 wands here. 444 might be a number of significance to you, but it's about setting foundations, the number 4. And it's about the Emperor. I think about the Emperor when I think about the number 4 in the major arcana. A new beginning for you to become the Emperor of your life and become the Emperor of this gift that you hold. That is extremely powerful, because this is what's possible once you begin embodying it in the right way. Then we also have the number 12 with success. Success that's true belongs to me. Success with honor, integrity. Yes, pile number 3. How beautiful. Last 2 we have here is harvest. As the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I am ready to receive my all. This just keeps kind of reminding me about something to do with manifesting. And I mentioned that earlier. Lastly, we have safe home. I cast this circle round about. Safety now is beyond doubt. Oh my gosh. What becomes possible, pile number 3, is your ability to finally validate this wound within you and become your own parent. There's something, a parental wound, I feel like someone that you looked up to growing up that hurt you deeply and gave you some sort of wound that has led to this shadow becoming a thing. and getting stronger over time every time you get hurt by others around you that you thought cared about you. It progressed and got stronger and stronger and stronger. What becomes possible once you begin embodying this gift in the right ways is, well, it only can happen after you heal and make peace with the shadow side of you. And the only way that happens is if you begin to validate it, which you will, and it's going to create a new beginning, give you the success, and help you harvest the rewards. It's like good karma from doing all this work to heal it. And in turn, you're going to find safety inside of yourself again. Because I don't think you even know what a safe space is inside yourself right now. It's hard for you to find that inner safety. And in turn, that also makes your outer world even unsafe just as much. And so you try to find that safety inside of others. And that's why it's hard for you to let people go when they show you and keep showing you time and time again that they are only there for a reason or a season and not a lifetime. That just keeps coming through. Okay, I feel like with this Oracle of Ascendance card, the card that comes out, or cards, I don't know what's going to come out. We're going to get like the final piece of the pie. And then we're going to be like, and then we're going to get to dive in to see the steps you're going to take to embody this. Because I am so curious. And I think there's two very specific steps that Source is going to share with you in this reading. Hence why we have these two separate tarot decks here. So we're going to have to piece it all together, but let us see what comes up. So what becomes possible, lastly, for pile number 3, once they begin embodying this gift in the right ways and sharing it with others. Okay, we have the Almighty, beautiful, again, giving me that confirmation. I told you, the number 4 with the 4th chakra in our chakra system, the heart chakra. And it's no coincidence that safe home is the color green. Because once you find a safe space in yourself, this helps heal the wound associated with the heart chakra. It's once you begin to forgive yourself, you can embody and activate your heart chakra and work with it and allow it to align with the right frequencies to help you get what you want in this life. But let us read what the booklet has to say. I already know what the heart chakra is about, but I feel like this booklet is going to give us a lot more depth to it, so we can start diving into steps you should take. So let me get there now. Okay, perfect. So the heart chakra, also called Anahata, is the 4th of the 7 chakras located in the body's heart space. This is the center for love, compassion, and empathy, directing the ability to love oneself and others. It resonates to the colors pink and green and the gemstones rose quartz fluorite, kunzite, and watermelon tourmaline. When it appears in your cards, you are being asked to look at your situation from a place of love and compassion. This may refer to looking at yourself with love and compassion, looking at a reference person to whom the situation is involved, or both. You're being asked to meditate upon the energies of this chakra so that you may better approach all situations from a place of guided spirituality. You will find this not only calming, but liberating as well. I feel like forgiveness is a big thing here, and I do think this has to do with this wound, and maybe that's why it's hard for you to look at it, because it has to do with a person that hurt you so badly. And then it eventually developed into you having trouble forgiving yourself because of things that you've done in your past to others because of this original wound that it sourced from. Does that make sense? I really hope that makes sense, guys. This is what trauma does, by the way. Hence why I made this YouTube channel, so that you guys can heal and level yourselves up and become your own sacred healers, because we are all capable of healing ourselves. We just need the tools. So that's what becomes possible, though. You become that for yourself. Okay, we had enough synchronicities across the board. This was insane. Serendipitous moments. We gotta move on, guys. All right, so we're gonna be diving in now. This deck wants to be first. This is my beautiful Uncommon Tarot deck. So we're gonna take a look here together and see what the very first step is that Source is going to provide to us for you to help you and allow you to embody this gift. So what must pile number 3 do to embody this gift in the right ways? Okay, that was quick. Back of the deck energy here. Wow, it's following us. The 4 of Wands. You're longing for a community. You're longing to feel accepted and supported and loved and welcomed in. There's a reason why the number 4 keeps following us, pal number 3.
I really encourage you guys, if you're not really that into numerology, I want you guys to look it up. Look up the meaning of 444. I feel like there's a message that your guides, that source, that your angels are trying to give you right now regarding it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is going to be a significator card. Let us see. We have the 3 of Wands.
Now I'm having a flashback. So when I was setting up your table to start this reading, the 3 of Wands actually shot out when I was shuffling the other tarot deck to get it cleansed and ready to begin your reading. So foreshadowing, something about foreshadowing. I'm hearing you already know what you gotta do. This is something that Source is about to share with you that you already know you have to do. Is it letting something go? Okay, let's check. So since this is a significator, I think this is a significator card for the light aspect of you. We have the King of Wands. I'm hearing cut it out. I don't know why. Next up, we have the 2 of Pentacles. Cut it out and move on. Next up, we have the Devil card. These cards want to be layered. They're going to feed into the cards that are conjunct. So let us see. We have the 4 of Pentacles beneath the King of Wands. Yeah, cut it out. This is protect yourself, protect your light, protect your energy. Protect. The reason why I'm saying that, by the way, is because whenever I look at this specific 4 of Pentacles from this specific deck, I always think about what the 4 of Pentacles means, which is about self-preservation and protection of oneself and your reserves and resources. But I always think of the Major Arcana, the Tower card, about a collapse. And the collapse comes in Major Arcana. The Tower is the number 16. The Devil is 15 prior to that. So it's about letting a habit go. It's about letting go this idea. This is actually the card of codependency too. I release you is what I'm hearing in my head right now. Next up, we have the 9 of Swords. Yeah, you're balancing and juggling way too many things that aren't your problem to take care of. When in reality, you've been capable of inner peace this whole time. What's interesting is for some odd reason, I'm looking, I don't know what is wrapped around her. Maybe it's like a feather boa. What came in my head, I was looking at the sand and I thought about Hawaii, and I was thinking about those Hawaiian dancers with lace, and they wear these like flower necklaces, and that's what I was thinking of. Like, you hold the key to your own inner peace, but it's a lot more simple than your brain's letting you on to get that inner peace. Pile number 3. But until you're able to heal it, because what's driving your actions right now is this wound. It's like this shadow all the way in the back. This is the real you, the light you. But the shadow here is still kind of whispering in your ear and kind of making you project these wounds onto others. But it was because others projected their wounds onto you, and it became this whole nasty domino effect, I guess you can say. And the first step that you're meant to take, the step you're meant to do to embody this gift once and for all in the right way, in the best of ways, is for you to release all those things that are been weighing. Oh my God, and I just realized, look, she has a shadow here too, that have been weighing you down. The fears, the anxiety, the things that you know aren't part of your reality anymore. And understand that if a person or something is showing you the true colors, you walk away. Femme Fatale is an archetype that's also about embodying that seductive energy, knowing however powerful and enticing and intense your energy is, you don't give it away easily. That's what a Femme Fatale is. They are a bad ASS, okay? In the femme world. They use their beauty as like a weapon of mass destruction if they wanted to. And whenever I think about Femme Fatale, I think about like spies or like secret agents and like divine feminine energy, and they're using their sensuality and sexuality to go influence like powerful figures and things like that. Or I think about like gold diggers, but the gold diggers that are really good at their job. And you have this ability. I'm gonna be honest, like you have that ability. Pile number 3. You can have a really good life for yourself if you use this gift in the best of ways, but don't use it for harm. Don't use it for the wrong things. But it's not there. The power isn't fully accessed right now because of this wound that's taken it over. Lastly, for the cards, we have, yes, the Sun. again with the frickin' synchronicities, pile number 3 still following us all the way up until this point in your reading. Right underneath the Devil card is no coincidence. Bringing to light what you know has been here all along. Maybe the first step, this is going to sound so cliche, because what came through in my head was therapy, but I know some of you guys are not going to want to hear that. So the other thing I'm hearing is the next first step you can do to help kind of do like a confession. Use the comment section below in this video, pile number 3, to just share, confess your truth, your inner truth. Confess something that you know no one's going to give a damn about, because everyone that's listening to this probably know nothing about who you are, all right? And they're not going to give a crap because they're part of this community. Maybe I'm part of your soul family, who knows? But you need to be brutally honest with yourself and know that it's time to cut this tie. Use your power in the right ways. Pile number 3, be humble while you use it. You have a very strong power, very strong. I need to keep emphasizing that because, oh my gosh, it just keeps coming through how strong it is. So much potential, so much potential. You might become like a CEO and like some boss thing down the road. I don't know. There's something here where it gives me goosebumps whenever I think about how powerful you are. Like legacy energy, pile number 3. I'm not making this up just to make you guys feel good about yourself. I swear to you, this is like legacy energy, CEO energy. Okay. So this second deck that wanted to come through to wrap up this part of your reading before we start seeing some cherry on top, final messages from source using some paper siblets and getting channel messages there. Let us see what wanted to come through. I feel like this is something specifically in regard to your wound. So let us see, what is it that source needs pile number 3 to do to embody this gift in the right ways? Or what is the step that pile 3 must take to embody this gift in the right ways? All right, no clue how many cards we have, but the back of the deck is the Page of Swords. Face something, face it, face it, face it, face it. You're meant to face your shadow. I feel like you're preparing. I feel like you already are aware of it, but maybe this reading is giving you more confirmation on it. So the card that came up in reverse, we're going to keep it that way. We have the Hierophant coming up in reverse, being a significator energy. And the Hierophant is actually about structure, but when it is in reverse, I remember grounding energy. Whenever I think about the keyword grounding, I instantly think about the sign of Taurus. And I was thinking about that sign at the very beginning of your reading when we were reading about the meaning of the sustainer. Because whenever I think about this, I think about, you see the rock there, and I think about Taurus for some reason. Like the mothering, the nurturing, the Mother Earth energy, like Mama Earth, the provider. That's what I see. And so with the Hierophant, everyone looks up to, everyone listens to. But in this reversal energy, this is also a ruler that is using their ruling to control for the wrong reasons. It could be brainwashing, dogmatic, preaching things just to preach, just to be right. Stubbornness here in the wrong ways. And that is giving me confirmation about what's going on with the shadow. But facing it with this Page of Swords in the back of the deck, you already know that you have to do it. You already know what you have to do. You already know what you have to do. That keeps coming through like crazy. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This wanted to be a card that begins first. Starting up, we have the 3 of Pentacles. Next up, we have Judgment. Awakening, brutally honest with yourself, cutthroat energy, a reckoning of some kind. A reckoning for this person that's trying to be in control and stay in control. But they're doing it because I feel like they were never given love either by you. They're like becoming the dictator instead, when all you gotta do is just give them some love. Next up, we have the 7 of Swords. And then we have the 4 of Wands ending this row. This is no coincidence. No coincidence. 4 of Wands has come up 3 times in total. 4, 4, 4. I said it. This is confirmation. Look up the meaning of the number. Repeating. Next up, we have the Tower. Why is this so symbolic? Because it crumbled here, but there's a vision to get it rebuilt. And the tower is about collapse, of a falling of a tower. And there's people here at the bottom working together to build something. So these two cards, crazy that they're right on top of each other. This is symbolic of you rebuilding it, rebuilding this gift. Like I said, I've been saying this like crazy. I feel like the tarot is probably just going to tell us the same thing, pile number 3. Next up, we do have the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. Realizing that you have been in control a lot more than you realize this entire time. Over your destiny, over your path, over your future, over your AKA fate. There's no such thing as fate. It's the fate that we create for ourselves based off of every choice we take and choose to take moving forward. 9 of Pentacles is the card of someone who is living a life of their dreams because of all the hard work they had to do and all the hard work it took for them to get to that point. It took a lot of blood, sweat, grit, and tears to make it here. And they're living the dream because of it now. The fruits of their labor, I guess that's a better word, the fruits of their labor now. But in order for that to happen, you need to realize how powerful you've always been, because this gift holds so much freaking power, pile number 3. I need to keep emphasizing that. It is an extremely powerful ability you have. And that's where the shadow side has been kind of taking advantage of it, because you never healed that wound. You never made peace with it. You never forgave yourself. You never validated the what about me wound, because you never deserve to feel that lonely most of your life, pile number 3. And this shadow self deserves to see, for you to see it. You gotta see yourself. You gotta let yourself out of the cage. You gotta let yourself out of the dark. This version of you was only ever just wanted your unconditional acceptance and love. But you thought it just wanted that from everyone else. But it's just trying to get it where it can. It's desperate. What would happen if you turned inward and gave it everything it's been seeking? Because you can do that for you right now. And it's telling me that. The Lovers. Right underneath the 7 of Swords. Choosing yourself. Making the decision. Making the choice. It's the choice card. Pile number 3. To show up for you right now. And stop pretending that it's not there. Stop lying to yourself, because you already know the truth. Next up, we have the 4 of Swords. In order to get this 4 of Wands, this community, this tribe, you must go inside yourself and heal. And that involves a dark night of the soul. I really feel like this is about dark nights of the soul. This is going to be an intense shadow work period in your life moving forward. And I feel like this card wants to come right up here. We have the Moon. Yep, we ended the first tarot spread with the Sun, pile number 3. We end the second spread with the Moon, the complete opposite. Like I said, the light and the dark are here, and they're trying to show you something huge. And this, if you needed confirmation, because I feel like someone has been trying to help you, or you've been trying to help yourself. If you have had like those back of the head feelings about like, I gotta start healing, or there's something here I gotta start doing, like it's literally your higher self whispering, nudging at you, telling you, look, do this. But it's just hard for you to listen, because it's easy for us to get stuck in the cycle of self-sabotage once we're in it. For some reason, anyone that is still listening up until this point, please check out my YouTube channel. I really feel like there is stuff in there that is going to help you. I'm literally a trauma-informed facilitator for deep healing. This is what I do to help people heal, okay? And I just feel like you guys need a community right now, and I want to let you know, like, that's exactly what I'm trying to build. So if you guys are still here up until this point, just know that you are so freaking unconditionally loved. You are so 100% seen. And I need you to know that I accept you exactly as you are, because completely healed or completely not, you are a human just like me. And we all go through this part in our life. And it sucks, and it's heavy, and it's dark, and there's a lot of crap that gets in the way of it. But I want to let you know that I see you 100%. You are not broken. You're just in the process of remembering that you never were to begin with. Let us now finish up your reading, my beautiful, beautiful pile number 3, by getting some final messages from Source, your angels, whatever you believe to channel and call on to provide you some messages today. So I want you to think about that energy right now in your head. And we're going to bring it up together now. Final messages for pile number 3, please. Okay, so we got a couple for you guys. Let us see what comes through. I'm just taking a look and scanning. Okay, it feels like you guys are going to be given the daily guidance from your angel cards that wanted to come out. So let us see final messages from your angels for you guys, pile number 3. So final messages for pile number 3. So let us see the card first, and then we will read the paper sliplets here. It says, entrepreneur, forging your own path, lighting your own fire. Self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your coworkers and teammates. You were never alone to begin with, who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. Yes, they have been trying to help you this entire time. We are your coworkers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. I just repeated the bottom line because I need you guys to hear it. You have never been alone. I think the number 444 is about that. The infinite support and love, support specifically, that you receive. So even though you think that you don't get that from others by being the sustainer archetype in your gift pile number 3, you've been getting it from your angels, from your guides, from your higher self, from the universe, from source, whatever you believe in, this entire freaking time. And that's exactly how you are led, divinely guided to listen to this reading today, pile number 3. I just want to make that very clear. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 little channel messages coming through for you to wrap it up. The first message is, the energy feels split. There's a conflict between what you want and what you believe you are allowed to have. Yes, the split, the 2s. Okay. Next up, we have, oh my God, I'm literally gonna cry. The way that these messages have been so on point. You've made it safe for everyone else. Now make it safe for you. I'm gonna cry. Now I'm literally tearing up. No, this one's crazy. I know this feeling that you guys have been going through all too well. And I talk about it in my videos. It's gonna say that one more time. But I need you to know that if I heard this, that would make me cry. This one hit me hard. Oh, I send you guys so much love. This one's pretty long, but it says, this isn't about returning to who you were. It's about remembering who you were before the fear. You've never lost your essence. It's just been buried under roles, patterns, and protection. Let this energy call you forward, not to perform your healing, but to embody it. You were taught to self-soothe by disappearing. Come back. You're stalling so you don't have to feel. Yes. Oh my God, pile number 3. It is calling you out so flipping hard right now. In the most loving of ways, I want to make that clear. Okay, so the second to last message you have here. There's a part of you waiting for permission that's never going to come. This isn't about external validation anymore. This is your moment to say, I trust myself enough to go anyway. The final message we have here to end up your reading, my beautiful souls, is you've been mistaking stillness for stagnation, but your soul is recalibrating. Don't rush to fix what's asking to be felt. This pause isn't punishment, it's preparation. Oh my gosh, pile number 3, your reading was absolutely crazy insane. And I say that in the best of ways. And in case you guys need one more final reminder to wrap this up before you walk away from this reading, I need you to hear, you're allowed to be seen, you are allowed to be powerful, and you're allowed to take up space with your gift. So if today cracked open something sacred, please protect it. Please nurture it. And if you would like support in stepping into it,
I do offer free soul clarity calls held with so much care
and no expectations at all. So if you are interested in that or working one-on-one with me down the road, the link is in my description box down below. And just understand though, whether you decide to click on that or not, this was 100% more than a reading if you can't tell by now. And my channel that I am building is a community. So subscribe if you are interested in joining that community and if you do want to grow with us moving forward. I'm sending you so much unconditional love and light as you walk towards your truth. And hopefully I will see you in my other readings to come. But until then, please keep honoring what is beginning to wake up inside of you. Bye.